Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Momentum is one of those words that when you think about it, it has many definitions. But when you come to the definition of momentum through the game of football, it only has a few. What I think of whenever we say the word momentum, it can play a role in a series, in the game, or even the season. Sometimes a simple swing of momentum can put a team on track to start moving in the right direction. Tonight, the Sandites have a chance to make this happen and get a big win so that we can get on the win streak that will launch us in the right direction for the rest of the season. Picking up the first win of the season will make it to where we can keep the ball going in the right direction. Tonight, we will see the Sandites run a little faster, hit a little harder, score a little more. Tonight, your Sandites will taste victory over the Comets of Bishop Kelly. Good evening, everybody. My name is Will Holder, along with my good friend, the legend, Chris Kaiser, and the rest of our broadcast crew. We want to welcome you to the campus of Bishop Kelly here in Tulsa as our Sandites are set to take on the Comets of Bishop Kelly. And, Chris, we're coming off a loss on our first two games, but tonight we're looking to get on track and start our winning streak, and we feel sure that the team is prepped and ready to go tonight.
Absolutely, man. It's good to be here. This stadium is well done, man. Bishop Kelly has done a great job here, and the press box is phenomenal, and man, just ready for some action and a little bit different type of opponent than we've been facing. They're not nationally ranked.
Yes.
They're not top 2 ranked or top 10 ranked or whatever. So. I like that part of it, but I'm excited to be here. Should be a good night for football. It's going to be a little hot and humid. We'll talk about that, but, man, here we go.
Yeah, we got a lot we're going to talk about in this pregame show. We're going to talk about the sit-down that we had this week at the coaches show at Minuteman Pete's on Tuesday night. Coach Bobby Klink was there with us looking at last week and looking at tonight's game, so we'll get into that. We're going to talk about the starting lineups. We're going to talk about the keys to the game, and we're going to pick our projected MVP. And
absolutely.
It's always one of our fun segments in the pregame show, so let's just jump right into it. Tonight we just want to talk about the Comets of Bishop Kelly, and they come into the game tonight with an 0-2 record overall. I know that they're playing in the 5A class, and they've proven to be a good opponent, Chris, over the last few times that we've played them.
Yes, they have.
And we look at the series, and the last 12 games, it's even. 6 wins and 6 losses. So tonight we're going to break that tie. The Sandites are going to come out and have a 7-6 edge over that. And I really think that if you look back on the last 2 games, that in 2021 we came over here and beat them 34-13. But in Coach Klink's first game or first season as head coach, 2020, the Comets came to our house. And yes. They beat us. And if you remember correctly, Chris, we were up big at halftime.
I think it was 21. I think it was a 3-touchdown lead.
And there's a kid that came out, and he was on fire the second half and single-handedly took us down in the second half.
He did, man. But it's always been a kind of it has the feel of a rivalry game. I mean, there has been tension and drama and chippiness, and we'll probably see that again tonight.
Yeah, I would imagine that the last couple of games have had their fair share of that. The Sandites, however, they're also coming in with a 0-2 record. We took on Bixby Spartans week 1 and Owasso Rams last week, and we didn't come out on the winning edge of that, but yet we learned and we grew and we progressed so that now we're moving into a 5A game tonight, but the next week district play starts, and Coach Klink feels like those early big games, those nationally ranked teams, help prepare us to launch us down for a playoff run.
That is exactly right. It's been his mindset since he got here. Let's go see how we match up. Let our eyes and bodies see how we physically play the game against another big time opponent, and that leads us to tonight. Both teams 0-2. More of a complete matchup, almost just page to page, person to person, personnel matchup. I like it, and not the big body types. Our front 5 guys, our front D line's not going to go against 285, 300 pounders, D1 prospects or D1 commits.
Yeah.
So, man, it's just a better feel and a better fit for Sand Springs. And there's both 0-2, so somebody's coming out of here with their first victory.
That's right. And that for them, Bishop Kelly's looking at just what we talked about in the opening. That tonight we'll put somebody on a winning track for the first time this season, which is somewhat when you kind of break that ice and get that first win, it really does propel your team and get them ready, and they taste a little bit of victory, so they want more of it game after game.
Absolutely. And it comes back to how you opened. I mean, we're talking momentum, and let's grab it and take it and move forward with it. And so this tonight can be a big-time game for Sand Springs, just to taste that victory, put a lot of good things together, and move us to the next level.
What I do like about it, coming from a defensive player myself, that back in the day, that this game, if it's going to be repeated like in the past, it will be a very physical game.
Yes, no doubt.
And you hear Coach Clinton mention it all the time. Let's buckle our chin strap and get after it, because he's not going to back down. He's going to be ready for the fight. And I think our defense and our offense have just got to be prepared for a little physicality tonight.
Yep, exactly. And the shadows are getting long, and the sun is falling behind the Bishop Kelly press box here, and that's going to cool some things down. But still, that heat and humidity is going to play a big role. And but anyway, man, I'm just excited for a more even matchup.
Yeah, you mentioned the weather, Chris. We've really not had a really hot game in the first two games. But I looked earlier today when I was preparing the notes that at kickoff tonight, it's going to be around 94 degrees.
Right.
And I'm not sure what the temp's going to be on the field with the turf on the field, but it's got to be a little bit more
it is.
heat
It is.
Down there.
And I do think that, the humidity tonight is extra hot.
Yes.
I mean, extra high. We got a lot of rain here in the area last night. Some places almost an inch or more, and just dumped, and it's just sitting around now, and it has become humid in the air, and that plays a part. And I look back, or I think back to that first Bixby game, and it was a really rough night for both sides because of cramping and just the humidity. And so we'll keep an eye on that tonight, and I think it's going to play a role.
I know that we had the coaches show this week, and we kind of brought it up to Coach Kling. Where are we health-wise? And he's very pleased to know that we had two big games early on, but yet we have come out to where we're fairly healthy tonight. We've had Alex Dudley a week or so ago twisted his ankle in practice, played last week. Everything has just continued to move forward with him, and so we're going to see him at a safety position tonight. But he didn't mention any injuries in
No.
Third game of the season, two big opponents. And the Heat, we're doing really well to not have any injuries.
And I think that was the thing that we wanted to keep an eye on and watch. You kind of are not on pins and needles or whatever, but you are looking to see, let's not hurt anybody against Bixby and Owasso. And we came out really, we fared really well. And not only did we do that physically, but man, we put points on the board against both teams, and and I continue to harp on that we did that against their starters.
Yes.
And I just think that's key importance, and we haven't done that in the past. We faced both levels of those type of teams in the past, and we haven't been able to do that. But this year, our offense is doing a lot better.
Let's bring it right on, jump right into it. We mentioned our offense. We know that Coach Klink is very high on this player group, but we're going to jump into our projected offensive starters tonight.
Right.
And we love to always start with your boys up front.
I like that.
We know that they are what's going to propel the running backs and the quarterbacks to do what they do. Did an outstanding job last week and allowed Easton Webb to kind of scramble and throw to different receivers. We talked about that in the coaches show, and you and I've shared that he was unselfish, and he threw it to 4 or 5 receivers consistently. That doesn't happen without your boys up front.
No, and they've come along. I mean, they just continue consistently getting better and better each game, playing a little bit, harder, a little bit more physical, and then the chemistry. The chemistry of an offensive line is really your key, and these guys seem to be working really well together. Even though Michael Moore went down with an injury, got back up a series or two later, back in there. But, man, they're just playing good football and coming along really, really well, and very impressive to me.
When you look at that group up front, they're led by juniors and seniors, so there's plenty of experience and leadership there. So let's just get right into it. On our offensive line, we got number 64, Hayden Bristow, number 69, Michael Moore, number 78, Jesse Milliken, number 74, Russell Turner, and number 51, Sean Hatcher.
Absolutely. And Hatcher, man, he's come a long way in the last 3 weeks and even through preseason. And like I said, he's one of those guys that I've been watching. He keeps getting better. All of them do, but very impressed with Mr. Hatcher.
He has become an anchor over there, and again, they propel everything that happens behind them. And we saw success last week with our wide receivers.
No doubt. We
spread
it around and got the ball in a lot of different hands.
You think about a few catches that we'll probably talk about more as the broadcast goes, but you look at number 14, Tristan Birmingham, and number 2, Dom Forbes. They both had an outstanding game with some big possession catches.
Correct.
They scored a touchdown, one on the ground with a Wildcat package with Dom Forbes.
That I need to offer an apology to on air to Dad and family and everybody that likes Dom and follows Dom. I totally missed that package coming in. It just happened and rolled so fast down on the goal line. They went right into Wildcat, and I called an Easton Webb. I even called it a quarterback sneak, which that was not right either, but it was a QB option, and it ended up being Forbes. And, man, I apologize, but it was an awesome play, and I guarantee I'll be looking for that from now on.
And, Tristan, he was happy, a little extra juice playing his team, and he played well, had some big catches, scored a big touchdown. So our wide receivers, number 18, Jordan Ryder, he's a senior. Number 14, Tristan Birmingham. Number 2, Dom Forbes is our slot receiver. Number 25, Aiden Wadley, coming in the H-back tight end position. Primarily used as a blocker, but he's got a good set of hands.
Correct.
And he will have a package or play that has his name on it where he just kind of rolls out into the flats and picks a seam, and that's going to come key down the road. That is
going to become key, and we're going to see it, and we're going to keep an eye on it, very, very much. So
Aiden has plenty of experience there too, and does a great job. Then you look at our offensive backfield. We've got the number 5, Ali McCoy, and number 6, Easton Webb. That realistically they've become better and better over the last 2 games. Ali kind of got on track on the ground, but he also caught the ball. And what I love about Ali is when he catches it, yards after catch is one of those things that gets bigger and bigger with him.
We've talked about it on broadcast many, many times. When the defensive guys come up to make that tackle, it becomes a business decision. How do I want to handle this big guy coming out of the backfield? So, you've got to figure that one out. And your backups, even Kendall Page, man, he got a lot of carries last week, and he's looking good there. And so we'll continue to call those names.
We made that comment last week that a little bit different style runner, but Kendall did a great job because he's got a little more flashiness to it, if you will. He's a little we called him slippery because he was hard to bring down once he got the ball.
Yep, totally different action coming out of the backfield.
Well, let's talk about the guys on defense now that they're going to be challenged to stop this, and what Coach Klink feels like and what we've seen on film is that they're going to be a heavier run team versus in the air.
Right.
And so our defensive line is going to have their hands full trying to stop the run tonight. But I too like the defensive side of the ball that they're getting better and better, and they're attacking the play. They're not waiting for the play to get to them, and they've done a good job over the last few weeks, but a couple games. But let's talk about the defensive line. Number 11, Hudson Shepard. Number 8, big Waylon Jeffers down at nose guard.
Yep.
Defensive tackle, number 38, Grady Harris. And the other defensive end is Lance Fish. Talk a little bit about that group up front, Chris. What do you
and that's
like
another
about
group
them?
That's come together. The young guy Grady Harris, man, he keeps getting better, and Hudson Shepard's probably one of the most athletic guys in the group, and not far behind or maybe ahead is Lance Fish. I mean, his body type has changed in the last 2 years and gotten bigger and better and longer, and then you got big Waylon up front, and Waylon has had a heck of a go the last 2 weeks. We don't overlook that, man. You've had monstrous guys against you, double teams, and gap. You got a gap assignment. Those guys have played really well. Tonight's the night for them to shine.
Yeah, Waylon Jeffers, we were talking about just a little bit ago with the big boys up front on those offensive line that there's a great chance he was double teamed more times than he was not.
No doubt.
And yet
he causes that. He needs to be double teamed.
They respect him and know what he can bring to the table, and so he fights hard down in the middle to disrupt the plays as they come across the line of scrimmage. So he's playing really well. Let's talk a little bit about our linebacker core. Most of the time we're going to have a 4 linebacker set. Number 16, Cooper Gerardo. Number 15, Emery Smittick. Number 30, Jonathan Rowe. And number 4, Thomas Forbes, that kind of anchor that middle linebacker, that secondary, if you will, the second line of defense before it gets to our defensive backs. And they have come on, and we've called Emery Smittick a lot. But you like that group a lot, don't you, Chris?
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to tip my hand on my key to the game and kind of my MVP. It's going to have to come from this linebacker group, I think. And, Smittick has been getting lots of love, and he's just continued to show up. He's assignment sound, gap attack, and he does a great job and matured really, really quickly in this defense. But, Gerardo and Rowe and Forbes, man, they bring the heat too, and they bring great discipline. I mean, these guys have stayed where they need to be, and there's always been a mistake or two here and there, but these guys tonight I think need to shine.
Yep, and if you think about the last 2 weeks, that a lot of run, but there's also been a lot of passing. And when we do that, you look at the 4 guys back in the back, your cornerbacks, Landon Barnes, number 21, and number 3, Kristen Freitas, that are playing lights out for the most part. They're tested constantly with players a little bit taller than them, maybe a little bit faster.
Yeah, quite faster, quite a bit.
And yet they don't back down from the challenge. And you look at our 2 safeties, at number 1, Alex Dudley, and number 32, Isaac Sensentoffer. They do a really good job of kind of holding things together. You see them come in on some blitz packages. You see them come in just covering man-on-man coverage, and they do an outstanding job doing that.
No doubt. Alex Dudley's the quarterback on the field on defense. He's the kid that makes everything happen and sees it from behind the scenes and from behind the defense, and he continues to be a great playmaker, and Sensentoffer too as well. But all these guys, these guys are a little bit more mature group. I mean, they've continued to get better and better as well. And then I'm always throwing in Mr. Odell's name, Brock Odell. He's a kid that, I just love watching him come up on the run defense and just make great plays.
We kind of don't bring him up as one of the starters, but man, he's out there all the time.
Well, yeah, he is out there a ton, so he deserves number 12 deserves a little bit of credit here and there.
There's no doubt. I like it because we call the starting lineup, but within a series or two,
he'll be
the coaches are putting people like he and Jaden Allen and some of those guys that can just kind of plug a hole. We saw last week that they kind of bring in a jumbo package, 5 down linemen, to really kind of just mess with the offense as they're used to running their package. And we don't have many weak spots in that first 2 or 3 rounds, and I think that it's by design. Those guys are playing hard so that when their number's called, they're in, and they're just as good as the starters, the number ones.
Correct, and that's made a difference. Even though maybe you look at the score after the game or whatever, and you got to remember the opponents that Sand Springs has played, but that's been the difference, and it's the way this defense has played and assignment sound, and have gotten better. And just wait, maybe tonight's the night that we see a big pickup.
I think about some of those packages on the offensive side of the ball. You got the speedster. Number 7, it just kind of when he's out there,
Goodman,
Caleb Goodman is one of those guys that when you think about him, you think automatically a go route, one is just going down the field, because very few people can stay with him.
Right, and that's going to happen, and he's got some special packages as well, man. We're going to get the ball to him. So, and I think as we get further down the line here in district play, we're going to see some things unfold. I know we haven't shown our hand completely on what we have on our, offensively, but you're going to start seeing some of that.
I look forward to what the coaches may have drawn up. I know that they spend a lot of time, Coach Klink and his staff do a great job of breaking film down and getting it ready to go. And I mentioned it all the time. That's one of those deals that nobody sees how much work and prep goes in from the coaching staff, but yet when the kids show up on Monday for practice, they're ready. The coaches are ready. They know what to do. They know what they're going to play, how they're going to play this game as they lead into it, and that's week after week after week. And so you got to give all the credit to the coaching staff to get these guys ready.
No doubt. I know for a fact. I mean, there's several, 2, 3, 4, 15-hour days, 18-hour days sometimes of film work, just prep and game planning and all that. And so they do a great job, man. Bobby and his team do a great job coaching.
And we know that the kickoff is just about 10 minutes away. National anthem, the players are getting ready. I see the captains coming out. So you guys at home, we're going to try to get the coin toss, and we're going to try to make sure that we talk about that. And we'll pause for the national anthem whenever it's that time. But, Chris, we're going to just keep talking about some of those things that we always cover on our pregame show. We know that there's always the opportunity for us to pick our MVP, but
right.
Before we get to doing that, let's just focus on what player or player group do you think, or what is one of the keys that you feel like we've got to do well tonight in order to keep this Bishop Kelly offense and defense at bay?
Well, this is an easy answer for me. It's going to be stop the run.
Yes.
So, I can put that pressure on those front four, but I come back to that linebacker group led by Smittick and Forbes and those guys, gap fillers and assignment sound guys. They need to come up, man. We need to eliminate the run right off the bat and take that out of the game plan, make them one-dimensional. I'm not sure they're that strong in the passing game, and I think we need to show that immediately. Don't dig a hole, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I know we're not getting quite into the keys to the game, but man, we've almost basically spotted both Bixby and Owasso 7 points, and then we're going to start the game. So we can't do that.
One of the things I look at is at least 2 years ago when we were playing these guys at home, it did get chippy, and there were some unsportsmanlike penalties. And I know that these guys have full of emotions on both sides. We've just got to keep that in check. And that's my key to the game. Let's not give unnecessary penalty yards away. No matter who we're playing, we can't dig ourselves out of a hole just based on penalties. And sometimes that is cheap penalties. Sometimes it's some that we kind of lose our mind for a split second and do something crazy and get a 15-yard penalty. I think we have to keep those kind of things under control tonight.
No doubt, and that's going to be, that's going to help us, and that's going to be one big key to the game. And then I just say, man, take away the hurdles or just being an away opponent, man. Just take that stuff away, get that out of your mind, and overcome those hurdles of being the away team. And you got to just have a breath of fresh air right here that we're matching up against somebody that's a lot more like us.
I see the captains are about to walk to the midfield mark, but before we run out of time, Chris, I know that when we look at what has happened with Bixby and Owasso, a lot of that is, yes, they drove the ball, but yet a lot of our touchdowns that were scored against us came on big plays.
No, big time, big plays, broken plays, a couple plays against Bixby that were just broken plays that we just completely allowed them to score from a long ways away. So, man, but I'm super proud of how the offense has performed in both those two games and found ways to drive the ball. A 15-play drive last week was big, and put the ball in the end zone and show that we can do that against a big 6A1 team. So now the captains are taking the field, midfield, and we're going to see the coin toss here. But the other thing that's going to play a big part, Will, is the heat and humidity.
Yes.
And, man, it is hot. It's steamy even in this press box. And so the heat and humidity is going to be a rough go for some of these guys. And if you didn't get ahead of it, yesterday and today, it's going to show tonight. And so hopefully it doesn't hurt us.
I'll look out at the captains, Chris. It looks like number 64, Hayden Bristow, number 6, Easton Webb, number 5, Ollie McCoy. I can't tell who
Lance Fish.
That's Alex
and
Dudley.
Alex Dudley. And then you see Lance is in the back kind of with the other two refs. So I guess they're only allowing 4 to come out to midfield.
It's the captains for the Sandites.
So Sand Springs has won the toss 2 weeks in a row. Let's see what happens here tonight.
And it looks like, if my memory's right, we deferred in both of those
occurrences,
we did. Didn't we?
So Bishop Kelly declined. They won tonight. They won the toss and have declined. So we're going to get the choice.
Looks like
so here we go.
They're going to
and they have taken the opportunity to receive the ball. Sand Springs has. So
get to see our offensive package on the field first and go right at it, and let's get it on. And
Yep.
I know the rest of the boys are over about to take the field. So it's about kickoff time. And Chris, I know that we kind of touched on it a little bit, but let's go ahead and just officially call. And, if you have to get me a Snicker bar at the end of this game, if I'm right or wrong. Or
I usually lose these deals. So
who is your MVP tonight? What do you think you're going to look at?
Man, I'm calling out the linebackers, but also on top of that, I'm saying Emery Smittick.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to have to show up. He's going to have to harass the quarterback, and he's going to have to maybe even make a fumble recovery, find a turnover. But that's who my guy's going to be tonight.
I feel like I want to see Ali McCoy get some yard gain tonight. And I know that the big boys had to shut him down. He got in the game with some passing yards last week. But I want to see number 5, Ali McCoy, kind of go crazy tonight, get on track, running the ball, and making some of those long runs that we know he can. And so I'm going to put a little pressure on him tonight, Chris.
All right, then, let's go with that. I'd like to see it myself. I like that pick. So here we go with the Star Spangled Banner.
Yep, we're going to pause just for a minute and enjoy the banner.
Bursting in air, yeah. There, oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job singing the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem. Chris, we are just about here at kickoff time. We're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be back when the teams are on the field, ready, teed up, ready to go. So we are going to take away, just step away just for a moment. And this network break's brought to you by Amped Up Energy and Protein in Sand Springs. You guys go see our friends over at Amped Up for all your energy drink needs. So we'll be right back from the campus of Bishop Kelly, and the kickoff is just around the corner. Welcome back into the campus of Bishop Kelly, where the Comets and the Sandites are just about to tee it up. And as Chris mentioned earlier, the Sandites are now receiving. The Bishop Kelly Comets won it and declined it. So we have the offensive package coming out for the Sandites. So, Chris, we're going to look first. We got the return team out there, and we know number 10, Trey Pope, is going to be one of our deep guys. He had a couple good returns last week against Owasso, and so we're looking for some positive field position out of these guys if they kick it to where we can get our hands on it.
Absolutely, and I've liked how we've done a really good job on the returns. So hopefully that stays the case, and we do our thing here. So
number 40 for Bishop Kelly's 48. I'm sorry, going to be the kicker for him.
Little pooch kick up to the right side. He's going to try to bring it across the field. He may have a chance here. Oh, he gets bobbled up there at the 25.
Number 10, Trey Pope's on that return. He takes the ball out to the 25-yard line. They may mark it just short of the 25, but regardless, that's where the Sandites are going to take over, first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. They are going to mark him at the 24.
Sandites take over from the 24-yard line. First and 10.
So hopefully we have a pretty clean game here, not a lot of penalties, and let's see what the Sandites come out with here.
Right out of the gate, we're going into our regular package with two wide outs on one side. You got Jordan down here, number 18 on the bottom.
Here we go. Real quick slant there across the middle, just a little bit behind Ryder. And that'll go down as an incomplete pass.
That's one of those passes that we had great success on last week with those little crossing routes and those middle timing short routes. Packages worked out really well.
Wobbly is in motion, and here we have another drop. I guess they're going to call that behind the line of scrimmage, and Birmingham picks it up and tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's a little bit short, about 2 yards short. So that will be 3rd and 13.
Third down and long is definitely not what we wanted.
Now look who just checked in the game. Goodman.
Goodman's over there on the far side over on the visitor side of the stadium.
And I like right where he's at. That's my favorite place for a position for him to be. He's right in that seam. Come back and so Easton's going to scramble here. Good job. Looks like he might be short of the first down, but
it's going to be a yard short. Going to be 4th down and 1 for the Sandites. One of those things, Easton, you don't see it happen as much as he did in the years past, but he saw nobody open, so he just took the ball and ran it down the field and picked up a big yard.
Yes. So it looks like they're going to try to go for it here. Maybe just a fake and see how the Comets they got offsides.
First down
Bishop
for the
Kelly.
Sandites.
Dojo, do not jump off sides, and Bishop Kelly did it. And so that is a free first down for Sand Springs.
I like that package they had in. Looks like they brought in Cooper Gerardo, number 16. Number 25 was in there as well. 25 is going to stay in the game. That's going to be he's going to spread out. He's going to get out of his H-back position, kind of go out into that middle slot over there on the far side of the field.
So here we go. Now we're going to throw a slant underneath. Birmingham going to try to come back with that and actually will get a little 3 yards probably on the momentum.
Almost had it set up. You had Wadley out there, and Dom Forbes going to throw some blocks, and the defender just read it perfectly and stopped Birmingham before he could get turned around to get his blockers back there.
This is going to be 2nd and about 7 for Sand Springs here. Midfield about the 41-yard line. Easton's going to hand it off to Ollie. Ollie stays on his feet, makes a couple guys miss right there. Powerful run.
Gets out there real close. It looks like a yard short. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Sandites. So that's the kind of run that he is known for. He's a tough runner, and so he took that out for a big gain right there. Going to be 1 yard short.
Like it. Put a little pressure on this Bishop Kelly defense. And
number 16, Gerardo checks in for Ryder. 18 went out of the game.
Yep.
Got that package. That same
we
package.
We got Wadley back in, at the power back, H-back. Here comes Birmingham into the slot. We're going to hand it back off to Ollie McCoy. He's going to get the first down.
Pick up about a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up first down and 10 for the Sandites. The ball's going to be marked on the Sandite 49-yard line. They're moving in the right direction.
Right at midfield. That's the second first down of the drive. And really like this momentum. I'm going to use that word a bunch tonight.
I love it. The clock's running. 8:51 to go in the first quarter. Sandites on the opening drive of the game, just driving down the field, that long, methodical drive, taking time off the clock.
So you got an empty backfield. Ollie McCoy's over here in the slot here. We're just going to pass it. I love it. Here we go. Come across the formation. Ryder stays up, makes 2 men miss, and hold on to the ball there. Nice little possession reception. It gets about 3 yards. Hard-earned 3 yards.
Yeah, he took a shot right after he caught the ball and still held on to it. Going to bring up, looks like 2nd down and 7 for the Sandites. I like that empty backfield.
I was going to ask you, do you like this short pass game and what we're doing? I mean, it's something like we haven't done in a long time or in the past.
I like it. It seems to be opening up in the middle. I don't know if they're seeing that Bishop Kelly might be running some man-on-man coverage, but it's opening up, and we're just 1 or 2 blocks away from a real big game. So I like that short passing game.
So here's the play-action pass. We're going to fake it, and then we're going to go up top right here to Wadley. Wadley makes a big catch. Is down at the 25-yard line. Big pass reception. Easton Webb puts it right on the money.
He fell in right behind that zone coverage, and Wadley just comes down with a huge catch.
We talked about that early, man. We said Wadley's going to show up tonight, right?
Yes.
And he sure did.
Predominantly blocking, but, man, he showed his hands off there. Going to bring it way down the field. 1st and 10 for the Sandites at the Bishop Kelly 25-yard line.
What a drive. Here we go. We're going to toss it out here to Ollie McCoy. He's going to make a guy miss. Hard-earned 5 yards, 4 yards.
He lowered his shoulder, going to tee up on somebody and got tackled from behind on the ankle grab. He does pick up 4 yards on the play. Going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Sandites. I like that little play.
We just slinging it around, baby. Gunslinger, Easton Webb.
Clock's running, 7:14 to go in the first quarter.
Big-time drive here.
Taking almost half the clock off for the first quarter, so I love it. I love this drive that we've got going.
This will be the 11th play of the drive. Do you see how Easton just extends the play, man? Hits Birmingham right there for another first down. Man, combination's working.
It is, and you got just enough blocking going on up front to give Easton that last 2 seconds he needed to step away from the guy and hit Birmingham. Again, the middle has been open for us, and I see Easton Webb is just taking advantage of it.
Be the 12th play of the drive, 4th first down. And like you said, 6 minutes completely off the clock. We are eating up this first quarter.
1st and goal for the Sandites. Ball's on the line.
Hey. Here we go, little wildcat. This is what we ran last week, and I got to see it this time. Dom Forbes works his way up the middle with just a little fake, and then he's going to hold on to it, get about 3 yards. I caught it this time, Will.
That's right.
You got to give me a little credit.
Number 2 is in the backfield as quarterback, and we missed it last week, but he's there now, and we got it. What was interesting there is Dom Forbes is coming from a quarterback background. He was on that 9th grade undefeated team last year.
Correct.
And is number 2 on the quarterback depth chart, but so he's got the skills to do it, and right there he picked up a few hard-earned yards.
So Easton's going to hand it off to Ollie McCoy. Mr. McCoy is what I was going to try to say, and then I got my words mixed up. But, man, that's 3rd and short.
3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. So we've mixed it in. I know you're keeping track over there, passing and running plays, but we have dinked and dunked it down the field and picked up some big yards. Sandites are looking for.
This is the 13th play of the drive. We've passed the ball 9 times.
And we're already at 5.5 to go in the first quarter.
Just eating up that clock. And so it's 3rd and 3 or 4.
Kind of got your unbalanced line with Gerardo over here to the right side. Let's see if we're going to run it. We have been throwing out of that package, but Ali Gate takes it this time.
Man.
He is going to pick up a yard, but it's going to bring him up 4th down and goal. And the kicking unit's coming on.
We're kicking it, so.
Dawson Puckett's coming out, number 17. He's the punter and the kicker. Been very consistent and very good at what he does.
Yep. Easton Webb's going to be the holder.
Bristow's going to be the snapper, so we're going to go for –
Any chance we fake it here, Will?
There's a great chance of that. We are moving the ball. I wouldn't say it's out of the picture.
We're going to we get it blocked. So let's don't let them return it. Don't let them return it.
Got to get him down.
Nice job. Nice job.
Jonathan Rowe chases him down to save a touchdown, but we had a huge drive, 4.5 left. Dawson Puckett's limping.
Puckett looks a little beat up there.
I wonder if he got his foot caught whenever it blocked. Did he? He is limping for sure off the field. But, man, we had everything going for that first drive. 8 up all of this time. We got 4.5 to go in the
That'll
first
be the
quarter.
most positive thing in the drive is that we ate up about 8 minutes.
I hope Dawson Puckett's okay. I'm not sure who.
So Bishop Kelly takes over. After the blocked field goal, they're going to take it over on their 37-yard line.
Got our typical 4-man front.
With 4:37 left in the – so they're going to run it right up the middle, number 13.
Going to come up with a couple-yard gain, number 38 in on that tackle. Looks like we got Grady Harris coming off his defensive line position.
I need him. Grady, I needed you to show up tonight.
Tom Forbes the linebackers in over there on the play. I'm looking across there. We got all of our typical starters, Shepard and
Rowe. Brock Odell's in as safety.
Got a kind of a.
Come on, Smitty. Or get up here and make that play.
Big Waylon at the bottom of that pile holding on to the ankles. Tom Forbes coming in. Waylon Jeffers coming in big for us.
All them linebackers and the safety.
Lance Fish in on that tackle as well. So we know they're going to run the ball. It was a no gain. Going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Comets. Clock steadily running. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So it's 3rd and 9, a typical passing down. Let's see what they're calling. They're taking their time. The clock is running 3:30 left here in the first quarter.
Play clock down to 10.
10 seconds on the play clock. Bishop Kelly has got a man motioning way deep. We're going to probably run a little wheel route, and he's going to throw it over the top. And then what a connection.
Number 23 for the Comets come up with a big catch. Going to be a first down over into Sandite territory. Going to mark it 1st and 10 from the Sandite 44.
I didn't look at the pressure. Did we get any pressure?
Did not get much pressure on that.
So that's a Bishop Kelly first down. Now they're past midfield at about the 46 of Sand Springs. 44.
We saw 2 big run plays from Bishop Kelly right out of the gate, but yet
we're looking like we're going to play the run here.
Robert Bynum was a receiver on that last big play for the Comets.
So Bishop Kelly first down. Going to hand it off right up the middle.
Met in the hole by Brock Odell.
Yes, it is.
Tackling
Still
right on
gets
the spot.
about 4 yards.
He did not run much after contact, but it's going to bring up 2nd down and
we got
7.
a little lineman coming in for Bishop Kelly. A little change of personnel.
Looks like they're going to –
Number 69, Gabe Sherrill, who's been their tackle.
Going to overload that right side. I wonder if they're going to run up behind that. Looks
Maybe.
like they got an extra
So lone back in the backfield. They're going to hand off straight to him. He's going to get close to the first down marker. Smittick brings him down. Nice open field tackle.
3rd down and 3 for the Comets.
So this will be – we'll give him about a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3.
2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Comets are driving.
Clock is moving.
Heavy on the run as we expected. They did throw 1 big pass for a first down. Got Jaden Allen out there on the.
I see Jaden
coming out there.
Who is he replacing? I guess Lance?
Looks like
or maybe
Hudson.
Lance. Boom. Smittick is in the middle. Good stop by Smittick.
Oh, he's going to be short.
And Lance Fish. Lance Fish comes around from the end. They move. Well, so that's just trying to look at what personnel they're moving around, and they move Lance out to the edge.
And Hudson's out of the game currently. He's checking back in, looks like, or he's over at least by the coaches. We got 4th down and 1. Man, this is a big chance for the Sandites to turn them over on downs. Both sides looking for the play on the sideline.
So 4th and 1. Right here at about the 35-yard line, 36-yard line, golly.
They are actually, it looks like
they're coming. This is going to be a big power set. The quarterback's going to keep it, and he may not get it. He may not get it. They're not giving him a first. That's a huge stop by the Sand Springs Sandites. Great job, defense. Not sure who got the tackle. It looked like a host of players.
Looked like Tom Forbes being congratulated.
Forbes, maybe even Waylon. What a stop.
Man.
What a momentum. I'm using your word.
Yes, sir.
What a momentum changer right there. Big time.
That was one of those things that can very well be what starts it. Offense get excited about that. So we dip under a minute to go, 46 seconds to go in the first quarter. Sandike's taking over first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Big time stop by this defense. So that's what we're going to do here.
We got Goodman up top.
We're going to hand it off to Ali to straight up the middle. We're going to grind on you right here with 40 seconds left, and that clock is ticking. This quarter's going to be over. Pretty much dominated by Sand Springs.
No doubt about it. I think that
just the scoreboard doesn't show it.
Yep. We may have to actually, we don't have to run a play, but I think Coach Klink's going to get one more in before the end of the quarter. Got Goodman up there one-on-one. That's brave because he's got some speed.
Let him go. Watch they're going to bring him back, and he's going to get tackled for a loss right there for about a 2-yard loss.
It's going to bring up the last play of the first quarter. We're going to step away from this first game, and honestly, we have taken control from the get-go, and the Sandites are trying to drive again, but it's going to be 3rd down and 11 when we come back from break, and this broadcast break is brought to you by Amped Up Energy and Protein in Sand Springs. We thank those guys for being a sponsor of Sandite Athletic. We'll be right back from campus of Bishop Kelly. All right, start the second quarter back here at Bishop Kelly. Easton Webb's going to back up for a pass.
Got a guy. Going to have to come back shoulder it. Look at Tristan Birmingham. What a catch by big man.
Climbed the ladder and called it over the top of the defender for a huge gain.
Huge gain.
Took it all the way into Bishop Kelly's side of the field on the 29-yard line. Big 3rd down pass play, 3rd and 11. We pick up a boatload right there, and it's going to bring up 1st down and 10 from the Bishop Kelly 29-yard line. Those are the kind of things that we look at and like, man, that's brave on 3rd and 11, but, man, he saw something and trusted his receiver.
Yeah, he did. He threw a really good ball, actually. You might say how he left it underneath, but it was kind of the back shoulder that Tristan just had to make an adjustment on, and he did. That's big-time reception for Tristan. So here we go. We're going up top again. We got a man, Dom Forbes, make a play. Oh, goodness.
Went up for it and just a little bit too tall for him. Great. I was just about to make the comment that they one-on-one with Dom down here at the bottom, too, and it just did. They couldn't connect on that play. A little bit tall for him.
Still looked good. I mean, he had a step. Easton just overthrew it just by a tad. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Here at the 30-yard line, basically at Sand Springs, going in.
Still got Goodman that's the receiver up top. And Dom and Birmingham down here Dom Forbes and Tristan Birmingham down here at the bottom.
So here we go. We're going to hand it to Ali, man. Both ends pinched in there and just stopped them right back at the line of scrimmage.
One of those plays they guessed right that time.
They did guess right. So now you're back at 3rd and 10. Basically, let's see what we're going to do. I see a lot of hands on the hips for Bishop Kelly. They have been out there a ton now. I mean, really there was only one true possession in the first quarter, and it was all Sand Springs. So here we go.
Clock's running.
Got 3 receivers down here on the press box side. Birmingham goes out there with Forbes. He's coming back across the formation. Now he's going to be in the slot. Easton drops back for a pass, and he's going to throw it to Forbes. Forbes makes a huge catch. Another great possession reception for a first down right at the 10-yard line.
We talked about that with Dom at the coaches show this week about his ability to run clean routes and good hands.
Unbelievable, man.
And we talked about him knowing he's going to get contacted. They're going to tackle him and hit him when he crosses over. And he says, man, I just want to go up and get the ball, and that's what he did.
He's reminds me of a young man named Jacob Blevins that played here for a couple of years, about 3 years ago, and just did just exactly what Forbes is doing.
A little bit of different personnel. We got the big package in on the left-hand side with Wadley and Gerardo over there. Going to run Ollie McCoy up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple yards and just can't get broken free right there in the middle. They're going to give him a 1-yard gain. Only going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for the
It's a good opportunity here, man, to get a first down inside the 5-yard line, so we just got to grind here.
I love the play calling, man. We are taking our shots down the field.
And it's working. It's like, man,
working.
I bet we're putting together something, offensively, Coach Kazar and the other guys that are just like, hey, we can keep doing this. This is showing up that we can do. So I like it. Here we go. We're going to roll out to the right. Easton Webb looking for a man, leaves it short.
Had Don Forbes in the end zone.
May have been rushed a little bit. Got a rush on the outside.
Chris, as we're here on the campus of Bishop Kelly, when we were here preparing, setting up, our Sandites were in the sun, and the sun has gotten behind the press box and almost down. And so those guys over there,
I bet they're feeling a lot better. How about that?
They love it.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10, big-time play right here. After getting a field goal block, what do you want to do here inside the 20 in the red zone?
I'm almost positive I would go for it.
I
I'm not
probably
sure,
would too.
Not sure what Puckett's condition is right now. I don't.
So here we go. Now we're rolling out to the left. Easton sees a guy here. Big, oh, man, hit him in the hands. May have been deflected at the last minute. He was trying to go to Forbes.
I mean, just squeeze it in that corner and just
So what's Bobby want to do here? We're going to try to kick it again, which is that's a fair assessment. That's a fair choice.
It is good to see Dawson Puckett jog on the field after him limping off after the blocked field goal. So now it's going to be on him, 4th down and 10 for the Sandites, and he's going to kick the ball for, what is that, Chris? Going to be about a
37.
Yeah.
37-yarder right here. Looks like good, but he may have missed it. He got it.
He got it.
I couldn't quite tell.
He hooked it around the upright.
He did, boy. He got it right, barely inside. That'll count.
Yep.
Good job, Doss.
9 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half. The Sandites strike first with a 37-yard field goal from Dawson Puckett. Going to put us up 3-0 over the Comets. So not the outcome that we hoped for, but we got points on the board.
You're still, man, you're driving the ball, length of the field, getting first downs, nothing really pressuring you. You've done great on 3rd down. I don't have a stat book on what we've been doing 3rd down possession-wise, but – man, it seems like we've had several opportunities and we've completed all of them almost. So,
and I know for a fact we've had some 3rd and longs that we've picked up.
Right.
With some huge passes down the field, and yet we also have been able to just kind of get a 5 or 7 yard and trust our receivers to get free, pick up some extra yards. So
sputtering in the red zone a little bit, but at least we've had a chance to put both points both up on both possessions. So I like that. Puckett comes back after a blocked field goal and makes one. So Sandites are up 3-0, 9:28 in the second quarter. Dominant, really. Big-time 4th down stop with that one and only Bishop. Bishop Kelly's only had the ball once in this game. So, anyway, it's been a great, dominant first half, and Sand Springs has held the momentum for the most part. So, here comes the kickoff team. Let's see, a great kick and some great coverage, and defense come out and play like they've been playing.
Number 3 for Bishop Kelly, Ryan Woody's one of the deep backs. Looks like number 5, Jack.
Really nice short kick. It bounced off a Bishop Kelly player. Man, got a great lucky bounce to the other up back. Sand Springs does a phenomenal job covering, and it'll be down on the 24-yard line of Bishop Kelly here. coming out.
That was a lucky bounce for them. It very well could have bounced a different way, but
they
were able to pull it down and pick up a few yards on the gain and come back out to the 24-yard line.
I like how it looked coming off the shin of the first up back, but it bounced right to the second one. So 9:20 here in the second quarter. Bishop Kelly takes over on their own 24. Run up the middle, big stop right here by
Tom Forbes.
He's my linebacker.
Wayland.
I want my linebacker showing up, and Forbes does.
Big 20-piece in there making that stop.
I like
it. We talked about him being double
It's a little
teamed.
different ball game when you don't have two 285-pounders on you.
No doubt about it. He showed out right there and got for a short gain. They only picked up 1 yard on that run play, and Bishop Kelly's going to call a timeout.
BK calls their first time out of the game.
Got 9 minutes to go in the first half, and they're going to take it there. So I do like what we see right there. I like to see that defensive package just getting busy, and at that point in time, we were able to stop them for a short gain.
Yep. And what's happening up front is your 4-down linemen are taking on just covering up the offensive guys, and linebackers are coming up and filling for the run and making great plays. And then, of course, we're sliding off a couple guys, and guys like Fish and Wayland are getting tackles, or at least helping on them. So this is how defense is supposed to be played. It's been a good job by them this first half.
I watched that package, and we had Brock Odell in there, so they gave us 5 defensive backs with the safeties and
they're coming headhunting.
They are.
I mean, they're coming.
They're coming up, playing them tight and trying to keep them at minimal gains when they do catch the ball. Yeah. 9 minutes exactly to go. Second down and 9 for Bishop Kelly Comets. They're on their own 23-yard line now, 24-yard line. Looks like we got a little pressure coming from Tom Ford.
I'd bring it. Let's force them.
Got a little cornerback action.
Here they are showing pass. Let's go. Get them now.
Lance Fish.
Look at this. That was the dead duck pass.
Lance Fish gave some pressure to the quarterback. He had to retreat about 10 yards before he attempted that pass, and when he did, he just threw it away. It's one of those things that you talk about throwing it to your mom in the stands, because he knew he was about to take a big loss, and he just got rid of the ball there.
Yep, absolutely.
Third down and 9 for the Comets. They're marked now on the 25-yard line. The Sandites did a great job of covering, but also getting pressure. That's one of the things that we haven't.
All right, what do we got coming here?
I think we're going to see a little bit of
Let's
a
go.
screen.
And here we go. We got a screen, just like you called it. Let's go. Big time. My guy, Waylon Jeffers.
Big Waylon.
He reads the screen, covers the screen up. That's going to force a punt right here, a 3-and-out. Nice job, Sand Springs defense. Way to recognize that, Waylon. That's a great job.
All right, that's going to bring up 4th down and 11 after that 1-yard loss. Looks like Bishop Kelly's in for punt units in. Alex Dudley back at the midfield mark on the 49-yard line. Going to kick the ball. It's going to be a end-over-end kick. I'm sorry. That's,
my goodness.
Dom Ford was back deep to catch that ball.
Yep.
So he takes a Sandite bounce. Going to start in Bishop Kelly side of the field. Going to be marked down 1st and 10 for the Sandites on the Bishop Kelly 48-yard line.
Ball kind of bounced straight backwards there. It took a really weird bounce.
Looked like he just got lucky to get it out, and when he did, it was end over end, but it bounced backwards and spun toward the end zone.
So at the 8-minute and 12 mark here in the second half, here comes the Sand Springs offense back out. This will be their 4th possession of the game. They've really dominated the first quarter, almost ate up the whole, more than half the clock, and then got the ball back and had another long drive that ended in a field goal. So let's see if they can put 7 points on the board here.
We need some score, especially since Bishop Kelly's going.
Man, do you look at this play action? That is great with the slant to Tristan Birmingham. Man, it freezes the linebackers right there, leaves that little lane back behind them open because they think the run's coming first. And
brought everybody up and left the middle of the field open.
Easton does a great job delivering a strike, man, and here we are, first down right off. First play, first down.
The middle of the field's been open a lot for us, and I love how Easton and company are just taking that and getting everything we can out of it.
Man, I just look at this set right here. I would be worried about how I'm going to defend this, but we're going to pass it here. Got a guy coming across. 37 made a great play there for Bishop Kelly. Kind of ran right into an open lane that was looked like Forbes was going to catch it for another first down, but Bishop Kelly linebacker made a great play, read it pretty nicely. So Second down.
It was obvious that Dom Forbes had a little bit of time before his defender got it, but number 37, Gage Hall for the Comets, knocked it down.
Man, did a great job falling back into that passing lane.
2nd and 10 for the Sandites as they step up and got the same deal. They're going to fake the run, going to throw it to Dom, and just a miscommunication. And Easton was thinking he was going to kind of curl
break
back
a little earlier, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. And that play right there, I'm telling you, if it's run right, that's unstoppable. You cannot defend that play. That back shoulder out, if it's thrown and the timing's right, that's first down every time. It just didn't happen the way they wanted it to. So here we are, 3rd and 10. They're
going to bring Goodman in for Wadley. Get your other speedster. But, Chris, what I keep seeing time and time again is that they're playing our receivers one-on-one. And we have a lot of speed. Was there a penalty? There was a penalty.
I didn't see it.
They backed us up.
So it's got to be what? Delay a game? I don't know what that was. I missed it.
It was only about a 5-yard penalty, so I'm not sure what was going on there.
I don't know. Substitution maybe?
Possibility. That whatever it is, it's going to bring up 3rd down and 15 for the Sandites.
Well, it's 2nd and 15.
I'm sorry, 2nd and 15.
I didn't see. Neither one of us saw the penalty. Here we go. Easton Webb's back. He's going to fire to Dom Forbes in the middle of the field. First down.
Dom Forbes goes up and gets tattooed and still held on to the ball. That was a great pass. But you know what I saw there, what I've seen on the last few, Chris, is our boys up front has given Easton Webb plenty of time to get the ball out.
No doubt. He doesn't look like he's been pressured hardly at all. We're rolling out some, so we're putting we're rolling out and putting him on the move. Here we go. First down on the 21-yard line. Here, play action pass to Ollie McCoy. Easton's got time. He's going to throw up at
Wadley. Just threw it over Wadley's head in the end zone. Birmingham was open for a minute. Tristan was waving his hand, but Easton couldn't get it to him. That was a good play call. It was only if Wadley couldn't come down with it, nobody could. So
right.
that was a good safe throw right there. 2nd down and 10.
Fifth play of the drive, 2 first downs, 7:08 left on the clock.
Been a great first half. It's only 3 points on the board, but, man, we have really controlled all aspects of this offensive
I don't feel
set.
like we're under pressure at all. Going to move Wadley across the formation.
So man-to-man coverage down here with
Here
Jordan.
we go. We're going to fake it. We're going to dump it out to Birmingham. Man, Birmingham. Oh, we got a flag. It's going to be a holding on Dom Forbes, I bet.
Yep, I bet you're right. He threw it right at the feet of Dom Forbes, which it is a touchdown, but it's going to come back for a holding call.
Yep. That's too bad. I mean, that's a close call. I mean, that's a hard call sometimes to make, but too bad. Birmingham showed his jets right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a little bit of a move right off the bat and just got into the end zone. It's going to be marked off, and the Sandites should come back and play in 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, this will make it a little bit tougher.
More like 16, 2nd and 16, a spot foul from where.
So 2nd and 16. We got Forbes and Birmingham down here on the bottom. Ryder up top, Wadley up top. Wadley's coming back down across the formation. Ollie McCoy in the backfield, and we're going to hand it to him. He makes 1-man miss, 2-man miss, and gets back to a little bit past the line of scrimmage. He's going to get about 2 yards on that.
Running hard. We got number 41 coming into the ball game for the Sandites.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 14. Big 3rd down opportunity here. And I
Chavez
bet,
Williams.
Yep, Chavez is a guy that got a lot of early season carries. Maybe Coach Kazar, maybe he's a better blocker. I don't know.
Perhaps Ali's out of this play here, so he's going to be in the backfield.
3rd and long, and this is probably 4-down territory, I would bet.
I would think
we'd
so.
go for it. So we're just – man, what a great scramble. Here we go, Easton. Easton has a chance for a first down. He's going to pick the first down up at the 8-yard line.
Lowered his shoulder and just brought him with him. He was not going to be denied that first down. Easton did a great job.
Wow.
One of those things that you like to see his toughness. And right there, he showed his toughness, picked up.
Well, he kept the play alive, and then he did, like you said. He showed his toughness and scrambled for about a 16-yard gain and a first down. maybe longer, maybe 18.
We got a timeout. Bishop Kelly called a timeout on the field, so we'll stay right here, though. We got 6:05 to go in the first half. Sandites are going to have to kick off to the Comets in the second half, but this is we need to get some points on the board before we do that. Chris, just want to take a moment to look at the week ahead. It's homecoming week coming up, and I want to mention that tomorrow morning at Sand Springs High School, Charles Pace High School, that the football team's going to be doing a breakfast fundraiser. It's an all-you-can-eat pancake fundraiser, and the quarterback club is putting it on. If you guys don't have any plans tomorrow, go into Charles Pace High School and get all the pancakes that you can eat and help support these guys that are working so hard. Every dollar goes back into the program. So take a minute tomorrow and go get you some pancakes. I understand that some of the players are going to be there serving and cooking and flipping pancakes. So go and be a part of that tomorrow morning at Charles Pace High School. All right, we're going to be first and goal from the 9-yard line after Easton Wells scrambled down the field, picking up the first down.
Big-time first down, so it's right inside the 10-yard line, so it's first and goal from here. Going to hand off to Ollie McCoy. Ollie is going to carry a man for a few yards. He's going to get maybe 2 yards.
Man, he was carrying that guy on his back, and he does pick up 2 hard yards right there.
So it will be second and goal from about the 8, 7.5.
Clock still running, 5:45 to go. Sandites still leading 3-0. Here at the end, about half of the second quarter is gone, and the clock's still running.
So this will be the 8th play of the drive. We've had 2 first downs, and actually 3, my bad. Can't even read my own handwriting here, but yeah. So second and goal from about the 8. We're going to do a reverse to Dom Forbes. We're going to pitch it out to him. Here he goes. He makes a guy miss right at touchdown, Forbes. Sand Springs Sandites.
No flags on the play, so that's going to be.
So we do a play action underneath with Ollie McCoy, and then we just flip it, just kind of a shovel, but outside here and to Forbes, and Forbes carries it in after making a defender miss. So. Great play.
I honestly thought that he handed the ball, and then
it was a great fake, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like he may have even dropped the ball. Then you look up and Forbes has got it.
Yeah, it's just this little flip. What a play call, and Sand Springs scores their first touchdown of the night. Here comes Puckett to add the extra point, and it is good. So Sand Springs is going to take a 10-0 lead here. 5:10 left.
What an exciting drive. We had some big plays that we were able to pick up, 10-plus yards. We had some short run plays that just kept the ball rolling in the right direction with Ali running the ball, capped off with the little run from Dom Forbes. Man, you had a little bit of everything in that drive.
Big time. It's been really fun to watch. I mean, I tell you, we knew we could do some things offensively, but, man, tonight it's really coming out and shining. Really like what I'm seeing. It's just been a mixture of all kinds of fun stuff, and we've showed we can block up front. I mean, we talk about those offensive linemen all the time. Those guys have done a great job together. Dominant right now.
Very impressed with the time they're giving Easton. Even on those slow developing plays, play action, it takes a few more seconds to get that play to happen, and those offensive linemen have done a great job just giving him that extra time to make it work.
Exactly. So Bishop Kelly will have the ball for the 3rd time in the half. First down, first drive they were stopped after about a 9-play drive, and forced them on a 4th down stop to turn the ball over, and then the next time out it was 3 and out, and they punted. So Sand Springs defense has done a great job tonight.
I expect more of the same. You got number 37, Gage Hall, number 3, Ryan Woody back as our deep return guys on this kickoff return.
One thing I didn't mention early is there's about 5 guys on Bishop Kelly that go both ways, and that might impact them a little bit too tonight. Yep. I mean, 4 of them are dominant two-way players, and they got a 5th that gets about halftime on one side of the ball. So pretty interesting, and a night like tonight, that gas might run out.
You look at the Sandites have been able to put some long drives together, and those guys that are playing
both ways,
that's just going to play into a little bit of slow and running out of gas and just can't get it done.
I think
as
so.
They did.
So got that Sand Springs defense back out here. Bishop Kelly's going to give it underneath here. We're going to stop. Big-time play by Sensenthofer. Great play. Then we got Lance Fish coming from backside pursuit. And basically no gain on the play.
I love that, the way Isaac broke down on the play and just made the tackle right there with Lance coming from
didn't know. I didn't see where Isaac started from, but, man, he comes up and makes an open field tackle and big-time run stopper there.
He came from his safety position on this side of the field and just came and plugged the end right there, didn't let the run get outside him. So it was a great open field tackle, especially with Fish coming from behind. Sand Springs takes a timeout. We got 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the first half, and they take their first timeout of the night.
So I show no gain on first down here. So
it'll
be 2nd and 10 with 4:49 on the clock. Sand Springs up 10-0 here just before halftime.
Comets are going to take over or have the ball marked at their own 23-yard line. Sand Springs breaks the huddle from talking to the coaches. Looks like we got our typical package out there.
Yep, you've got Forbes and Smittick.
May bring some pressure on the
end. Here
end.
comes Brock. They're going to show pass. They're going to try to throw it out here in the flat, and they get a guy, number 8. That'll be a Bishop Kelly first down after about a 21-yard gain.
Going to mark it out at the 49-yard line. Number 8 for Bishop Kelly just fell in.
Looks like we just kind of lost him.
Yep.
You know, I think it was Brock Odell that was on him and just kind of lost him there in the midfield. And got to give credit to Bishop Kelly. A good pitch, a good pass and a good catch. So here they're going to try passing again. We got big-time pressure coming underneath. My guy.
Lance
Fish gets a sack. Big time.
Hudson,
we got pressure. Hudson is pulling other people's flags, and man, it's good times right now.
Hudson makes him almost.
Look at this. So that is a
fumble.
25, 10, 15-yard loss, and Lance Fish gets a huge sack.
When Hudson gave him the pressure, about knocked the ball out of the quarterback's hand, but he brought it down just in time for Lance to take him down to the ground. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and forever.
This will definitely be a passing down. So here we go. Nope, they're gonna hand it off over here to the left side.
Hudson Shepard fights off. Number 4, Tom Forbes, comes up, and number 9, Lance Fish, comes from the other side, defensive end position.
Telling you, man. These guys are flying around. Sand Springs is flying to the ball tonight.
Sand Springs going to take another timeout, the second one of the night. 3:29. Coach Klink's thinking maybe some points on the board before the end of the game.
I like it.
End of the half.
So did
Sand
Springs take another timeout?
We did.
Good job. I didn't see that. I'm glad you saw it.
We did. One timeout left each.
3:29 left. Defense is playing lights out, guys. I'm just telling you. Bobby's got to be happy.
He's got them dialed in right now.
Man, oh, man.
Take a moment talking about a sponsor, Rome Renovations. He taking good care of the Sandites and Sandite community. He took care of our press box. We appreciate the Rome Renovation team for always serving and always wanting to give back to the schools. Thank you guys for being a sponsor of Sandite Athletics, pouring into the kids so that they can have a little better facility around the place.
So it's going to be 3rd and 22 after a huge sack. And just a few yards they got back here, so.
They played it safe on the last play, just ran the ball. Let's see if they're going to open it up here with 3rd down.
I called it as a passing down. Here we go, man. It is 3rd, and Smittick's coming. Man, he just missed the run fit right there.
Grady Harris on the tackle.
But Grady showed up, and so did Big 20-piece.
That's right. Coach Klink's going to call the final timeout.
I love it. So it's 3:28 right here. We're not going to let any time come off the clock. We're going to try to put some more points on, but it is 4th down and 20. We would consider it an obvious punting situation. Midfield, never know what Bishop Kelly will do. I'd be watching for a fake, but I don't think it's coming.
Yeah, you're kind of knowing that the offense have kind of made some plays down the field. You don't want to give us too much room if you turn them over on downs right there.
Truth.
That's a short field. So I would imagine they're going to come out and kick the ball.
That is really, really good. I mean, you're right, and I think they're going to try that. Now, look, we got Dom back for the return.
The coaches are backing him up a little bit, thinking that it's going to be a little deeper kick.
So let's just recover it safely, and if we have a chance to return it, they are going to punt it. A little bit of pressure, kind of a high punt, short high punt. Does he fair catch it?
He
no,
did
he did not. He's going to take the heat.
Yeah. That was
he did it. He did take the heat. He's going to get the ball back on the 32-yard line. He got jacked up a little bit right there.
He got caught by two guys. Hey, while we got just a break in action, let's talk about some early scores right now. Looks like some people in our that's in our district, or at least in our 6A2, Carl Albert and Stillwater tied 21-21 in the second quarter.
That's interesting.
Ponca City is losing to MacArthur 12-0. Bixby's up on Choctaw 19-6. We'll get some more scores as
Sand Springs takes over with 3:21 left on the clock, and it's going to be hurry up here. Easton drops back to pass. He's going for it all. He's got Forbes. Can Forbes out jump him? I don't know here. This is going to be that always goes to the receiver.
Oh, he gave it to
They always goes to the receiver. I'm telling you, Dom Forbes is a bad man. He's a bad man.
The ball was underthrown, and Dom just went up and got it.
What a throw and a catch.
Big first down deal.
My guy.
We've got first down and 10 for the Sandites with no timeout, so he's going to rush it.
And throw it out to Tristan Birmingham. He makes a guy miss. What a move. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Dadgummit. Bishop Kelly's going to get a turnover there on a lost ball fumble.
Got poked out, bounced around. One of our guys is down over there.
That's Birmingham.
That was Dom. That's Dom
Forbes.
Dom. Dom went to recover the ball. It may have just landed a little weird. But
Dadgummit.
After a huge play, and even Birmingham's play, that's the second time that he's dropped the ball this year, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Comets. 3 minutes to go in the first half. So right back out as our defensive
What a
unit.
killer. What a momentum. On the 9-yard line. I mean, big-time catch by Forbes. Another big catch by Birmingham. Makes two men miss. Great play underneath. And it gets the ball stripped out of his hands, and Sand Springs turns the ball over deep in their territory, deep in Bishop Kelly's territory on the 9. So with 3 minutes left exactly, Bishop Kelly takes over.
We got our extra defensive back out there. They're going to throw the ball out here to the right-hand side. He's going to cut it up. Number 8 gets tackled.
Nice play.
Big time over there by
that?
Isaac Sensentoffer.
I'm going to tell you what he just did. He come off a huge block.
He did.
I mean, guy was blocking him downfield, and he made it. He finally got off the block, made a big-time play. Still about a 6-yard gain, but I like what I saw effort-wise.
Got Trey Pope in on the far side as a defensive back in this package they got. Brock Odell's in. Landon Barnes down here on this side, and Alex Dudley.
That's a quick turnover for the defense. So, man, where our guys might be just a bit winded here. I don't know who ends up with this tackle.
I see Fish and Dudley and
Smittick's
in there.
I saw
Brady
you,
Harris
Smittick.
is in there. It's a pile of people.
It's going to be a Bishop Kelly first down, but still it was a hard-earned first down. I'll tell you, the clock's ticking at 2:15. Bishop Kelly seems to be taking their time here.
Yeah, they're
not real motivated, it doesn't look like, but
they're on the 20-yard line.
I see some of our guys' hands on the hips. I mean, yeah, man, you just had 2 plays and then you're back in. Here we go. It's a passing down. They're going to go deep right here. Go pick that. Oh, gosh. Man, I thought Brock Odell had read it perfectly and had an interception. Just went over his head a little bit.
Just a little bit tall for Brock, but he went up and tried to climb the ladder and get it. Just couldn't come down with it. Going to be second down
Looks
and 10.
like, Dudley and Brock are back here playing a little bit more loose prevent, but that's going to be an incomplete pass. So it's going to be third and what? Or is that second?
Second down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
It's third and 10, Will.
It is on the scoreboard, so you're right.
So we're going to try this run game here. Man, there's a host of Sand Springs guys, but Smittick, my guy, is in there again.
Smittick and
telling
Fish.
you, he's coming on, fellas.
You're going to give him a 2-yard gain. Going to be third down and 8. Now I don't know. It's now saying third down on the board, but that's been the
No,
last
we're
two
wrong.
plays.
I'm wrong. Sorry, viewers. It's now third down.
Third down and 8 minute and a half to go in the first half. There, Bishop Kelly is not showing urgency, so they're just going to kind of see
Letting
what the
it roll,
defense
aren't
lets
they?
them have it. Yep.
3rd and 8. You'd think it's a passing down. We're going to bring a little bit of pressure. He's going to scramble out.
Grady
Let's
Harris
stop him
chasing
right here. Just enough to keep him from getting a first down. Clock still ticking, minute 10.
Lance Fish comes up on the bottom of the pile. Grady Harris chasing him around. And Fish
So it's
was
4th
there.
and 3. We have no timeout, so we can't stop the clock.
They have one, but they're going to choose to let it just go.
Roll. So they got, what's the play clock, 26 seconds. They're going to let it all roll. Sand Springs might get the ball back with 20 seconds, 18 seconds left, you think?
I'm almost wondering if they're going to run it out and just run a play and just kill the clock. But while the clock is running, while we're at halftime, we're going to take a break from calling the game. You guys are going to get to see some of the band that Bishop Kelly is going to perform.
So they're going to call a timeout right here at 1 second. So they're going to be 29 seconds, my bad. 29 seconds left on the clock. They are going to punt it away.
Then we're going to come back in toward the end of the halftime and kind of look at some of the adjustments that we see that we might need to make. I know the coach is going to get the ones in the locker room that's going to be played on the field, but Chris and I will take a few minutes at the end of halftime to go over some of the keys that we think they need to correct to just continue to build on what they have.
Yep. I see a lot that I like. I know that.
Absolutely.
So we'll kind of build off of that a little bit together and kind of try to outguess the coaches what adjustments they're going to make.
That's right.
So, man, but I'm telling you, wow, defense has played really, really good football tonight.
Chris, one of the scores we got out there is Collinsville is up 14-7 over Bartlesville right now.
Really?
Bartlesville's 0-2 on the early part of the season, so they are currently losing by a touchdown against Collinsville. We have Bartlesville coming in for homecoming next week.
Yeah, we do.
So we're kind of watching that game a little closer.
Man, just keep an eye out again for well, they're not going to fake it, I promise you. This is going to be a punt that nice high punt. Forbes is going to field it, and he's going to have a lot of Poor Bishop Kelly guys did a great job of defending that. He didn't have any room at all.
He backed up a few yards to make the catch and got back
right
to
on the 40-yard line.
It'll be 1st down and 10 with 19 seconds to go in the half. You would think that this is going to be kind of a victory celebration on the formation. That
Maybe.
Little safety back there.
Maybe.
Then again,
what do you think you
deep.
can do here? I don't know. Who's the most shifty guy I can pass it out to?
Well, you
Birmingham or Ryder?
And you got Goodman up there, so we got three
I like
speedsters
that.
out.
Get him in the slot here and let's let him run. Unbridle the guy.
We are not just taking a knee. We're going to get something.
Let's do this. Go. Throw it to Goodman. Nope, but we're going to go to Ryder. Ryder does a great job. That's a nice out.
Little possession play right there. Going to knock him out of bounds just over in the Bishop Kelly side of the field.
A Sand Springs first down.
Marked on the 48-yard line, Bishop Kelly's territory.
Where's Goodman? Is he still in?
He's in down here
He's
at the
on
slot.
the slot. They're going to try to man up on him right here and hold him on the line. Oh, he makes a nice guy miss, but we're going for all.
Forbes wide open.
Oof, out of bounds, too.
He makes
out of bounds. So we might have 7.7 seconds left. What a pitch. What a catch. Easton Webb right on the money. Forbes is going to get the ball out at the 5-yard line. I think you have enough time to run one play.
Easton Webb rolled out.
You go ahead.
No, he rolled out and bought a few more seconds. And Coach Klink's out on the field giving some final instructions, trying to beat that play clock.
This is awesome, dude. I mean, total domination of first half. You have enough time to run it out.
You like that crossing pattern. Dom
Here
Forbes
it
coming
is.
across the middle. Wide
Touchdown, Sandites. What a play. Easton Webb is on fire. I mean, I bet his completion rate is over the top. Offensive line's playing great. Man, what a pitch and a catch.
You saw it coming. Open. The middle has been open all night.
All
we
night.
have exploited it, and why not right there on 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line? That's exactly what they did. Dom Forbes just pulled up a little bit short to create a hole right there in the zone defense, and he was wide open.
Sand Springs scores with 3.5 seconds left, and Puckett puts it through the uprights, and Sandites are going to go into half up 18-0.
After that, after that turnover on the last offensive
17-0, my bad.
play. That is exactly what we needed to do. Now we got the momentum, if we keep using the word, because you have that. Now we're going to come back and play defense. Our defense have completely shut down the offensive for the Comets, and so I look for nothing different here in the second half. I want to also just mention while we got a break in the action that Chris and I and Coach Klink would love to invite you to come down to Minuteman on Tuesday nights. We have a coaches show there. We've had some folks in the crowd this week and want to invite you to come down 6:30. Enjoy some pizza salads. Man, I had one of their turkey sandwiches the other day, Chris. It was incredible.
Was it good? Did they toast it up for you?
They do.
Oh, my goodness.
It's great, man. We need to go down.
Can we get there at halftime and get back?
Can we Uber it over here? That'd be great. DoorDash, bring us some Minuteman. But they do a great job of hosting us there. We want to invite you guys to come be a part of that. 6:30 on Tuesday nights at Minuteman, live show in their dining room.
That's awesome. Man, what domination by Sand Springs on both sides of the football. Outside of a turnover, just great first half.
Puck is going to kick it deep. Looks like they're going to receive the ball at the 10-yard line. Number 37 looking for a crease and doesn't find much. The clock
Smittick on the tackle right there in the middle.
Time's going to expire. He gets it out to the 32-yard line. But overall, Chris, we look at the first half, and we are very happy with how our boys have responded.
That's as complete a half as we've played. And I know that Bobby won't be up, he'll be a little uptight about the fumble.
Yes.
But that was still a great play. Just kind of got it stripped at the end. Sometimes when you're fighting for extra yardage, you forget to protect the football. But outside of that, I mean, goodness, the way that the defense has played and forced Bishop Kelly off the field, what a great showing.
We're going to take a break for halftime. When we come back in toward the end, we're going to go over some of our opinions. But for now, we want to sit back and let you enjoy whatever Bishop Kelly's going to have here at halftime. This broadcast break brought to you by Amped Up Energy and Protein right there in downtown Sand Springs. For all your energy drink needs, go and see our friend Braden down at Amped Up Energy and Protein. We'll be right back in a few minutes from the campus of Bishop Kelly Comets. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Finally tonight, we would like to take a few minutes to recognize the area Catholic schools and their students who joined us tonight for Comet Kid Fest and the game. Traditionally, 85% of Bishop Kelly's student body comes from these schools. These schools lay the foundation for the success we enjoy, and we appreciate them for it. Stepping onto the field now are representatives from each of these schools, beginning with All Saints. Holy Family. Marquette Meteors. Montecasino. San Miguel. St. Catherine, St. Joseph, St. John's, St. Mary, Saints Peter and Paul. And last but not least, St. Pius. Let's give one more show of appreciation to the schools serving our Catholic community in Tulsa and across northeastern Oklahoma. Way to go, Philip Griffin. You beat a bunch of little kids.
Welcome back to the stadium here at Bishop Kelly. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us, and we're going to get to some of our keys that we feel like we might need to adjust. Before we do that, though, Chris, I want to spend a little time and go over some of the scores that we have in our district
Absolutely.
right now. Let's
do it.
Right now, at halftime, MacArthur is up 19-0 over Ponca City. We'll see Ponca City a little later in the season. 21-0. Carl Albert is up on Stillwater. 27-13. Bixby's over Choctaw. 21-14. Norman is over Piedmont. Southeast and U.S. Grant is just now starting, but Putnam City North 43, Southmore 21. That one must have been last night. It shows a final. Collinsville's up 17-10 at halftime over Bartlesville. Grove is up 14-0 over Sapulpa. We'll see Sapulpa as a district foe this year. We've always had the Highway 97 rivalry, but yet this year we're going to be able to see them come in as we go to their house actually as a district opponent this year. Northwest Clawson is 0-0 over Western Heights. Capitol Hill and Star Spencer looks like they're going to play tomorrow at 1 o'clock, so there's no score there. Just a few community things I want to go over. Don't forget that tomorrow morning we've got an opportunity for you guys to support the Sandite football team. What better way to kick off your homecoming week than tomorrow morning from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, all you can eat pancakes. Man, I love some good pancakes, and tomorrow morning you get a chance to do that. It's only $10, and it's at the high school cafeteria. Come out and support the Sandites. We also, this coming Tuesday, we've got a softball game on the road. Sandites are going to travel down to Moore and take on Moore Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. Lots of community stuff going on. We've got a homecoming parade coming up. There's going to be a lot of Spirit Week at the schools in Sand Springs, so it's going to be a fun week leading into the homecoming game. Also want to put it on your calendar that October the 12th, there's a community 5K supporting infant and pregnancy loss. There at Case Park down at Case Community Centers where the start and finish line is. Come out and support some great causes there for some folks running a 5K coming up on October the 12th. Also, don't forget, Tuesday night, we got our weekly coaches show at 6:30 at Minuteman Pizza. Come down and have a slice of pizza, eat a salad or a sandwich, and then just enjoy the show. We have a great time talking all things Sandite football with Coach Bobby Klink. Chris and I will host that show on Tuesday night, so come and be a part of that on every Tuesday night. Chris, we look at this first half, and we know that there's a lot of things that went right for the Sandites. I know that we are looking at those plays, those big plays, that we were actually in control of those big plays.
Absolutely.
This time. Going deep down the field, got some run game going, great passing game. Let's talk a little bit about the highlights first. I'll talk about the guy that I put a little pressure on, Ollie McCoy.
Yes.
Has run the ball. He's had hard yards. He's caught and he's blocked. And so I feel like we're going to see some more of him in the second half. Let's talk about your guy.
Well, yeah, keep going. I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just saying, let's talk about your guy. I know the defense have played outstanding tonight. We have shut down the Bishop Kelly
without
offense.
having a statistician and actually some stats in front of us. I bet Smittick is possibly leading the defense in tackles and stops and has done a great job. And back to what your guy Ollie McCoy, running the ball and making that a possibility or an option, man, that just keeps everything even, right? And that holds the Bishop Kelly defense into, you've got to protect against the run and the pass. And our offensive line has done a great job up front, giving Easton Webb tons of time, and he's provided great accuracy and kept plays alive with his feet and made scrambled on first downs. And, I would say the best overall half of football that Sand Springs has played in a long time, especially this year. So, of course, we said this from the start, a more even matchup. Defense has pitched a shutout in the first half, no points allowed. In fact, I ran my numbers just from my chart, and they've only allowed 4 first downs on 4 possessions that Bishop Kelly has had. And Sand Springs has had 5 possessions, scored on 3 of those, and had a chance really to score on the next 2. You take away a blocked field goal and then fumble inside the 10 as we're going in to score. No telling how that would have played out there. But, Sand Springs has dominated the clock, They've dominated offensively. Defense has forced 1 3 and out and a couple just short drives. Like I said, only allowed 4 first downs. And so, man, what a complete half of football for Sand Springs Sandites. They just got to keep that momentum, that big word that you've been using all night. We've got to keep that coming into the second half.
And I'll be first to jump out and say my only adjustment or tweak would be to not get lax. Let's keep the pressure on. Let's make it to where we still fight hard to the finish line, and when the fourth quarter's over with, we'll be proud of the product we put on the field tonight.
That's exactly right, and, I'm glad you brought that up because that does seem to happen almost in every level of football, NFL, college, and down here on the high school level, man. You get up by 17, you get up by a couple scores, and then you think, man, we got this in the bag, and then, you just let off the gas a little bit, and that's not a team that Bobby Klink wants and definitely would be his coach, and he wants to put his foot on the throat and let's end this thing. So that'll be interesting to see how Sand Springs comes out on this second half, and will they just pick up the pace just like they left and take it to Bishop Kelly, or what's going to happen here?
Just a few years ago, we had a big lead at halftime, and we came out and let them just chip away and get that get going in the right direction, and they came out on top. So I think Bobby Klink, if I know him the way I think I do, he put that bug in their ear.
Absolutely.
We're not going to let that happen tonight.
Right.
We're not going to let them come back and just take over the second half and win the game. So kickoff is just about a few seconds away. We see the teams beginning to take the field. Chris, anything else we want to do to sew up the first half?
No, I think you bring up a great analytical point, man. You got to come out and keep that fire going and keep the momentum going right here. Don't lay off, okay? And so that's what I'm expecting to watch and see, and I'm gonna be watching to see how that happens or if that happens.
Looks like we're going to kick off to Bishop Kelly. We know that we expected a lot of run. We did get that, but obviously because of our defense putting them in a hole, that they came out having to throw the ball a little bit.
They have
more.
had to throw, and I think 2 or 3 of the first downs have come on passing opportunities for Bishop Kelly. So they've been forced to throw, which is not their MO. But like you said, Bishop Kelly is going to receive the ball here in the second half, and they did win the toss and deferred. So Sand Springs is going to kick off here.
Dawson Puck is going to kick a short kick, going to be received at the 25-yard line, and great coverage from that. Going to only allow about a 7-yard return for the Sandites to bring it to Bishop Kelly, bringing it out to their own 20. Scratch that, the 32-yard lines where they're going to take over first down and 10.
Yep.
I'm not sure we've kicked it deep. I'm not sure if the return team, the return receiving team, was something made a little nervous, or that was just a little bit of a strategy there.
Might be a little strategy. Just let's high pooch kick it and see if they'll field it, and if they mess it up or stumble and bumble around with it, we might get a turnover. But here's our defense back out on the field, led by Waylon Jeffers in the middle. That great linebacking core here backing them up. So let's see. Here comes Bishop Kelly on their own 31. They're going to hand off right up the middle. There is a flag on the play. Not a good way to start the second half. We had a pretty clean first half, only 3 penalties, but that will start the second half with a penalty on Bishop Kelly.
Yeah, that's one of the things that has been completely different from the last time I personally watched these two teams. It has not been chippy and pushy, and has not been a lot of extracurricular, so it's been a fairly clean game. And that's going to back them up 5 yards and be first down and 15. For the Comets, it's going to put the ball back on the 27-yard line where they're going to start first and 10.
So moving it back to the 27. They're going to quarterback keep. And, man, what a play. That's
Grady Harris coming around the end.
Grady Harris, man, and I called him out earlier. Needed a big play. Needed a big night tonight, and he has produced. Young man, filling some shoes, growing up right before our eyes. What a great play.
It's going to be a no gain on the play. Be second down and 15 for the Comets. Grady came around the end and just closed the door and didn't let the quarterback.
You just got to contain right there. His assignment right there is just containment. That's going to be a zone read, basically, is what that is. Quarterback keeps, and he wants to see if he can fool that D end. And the D end, Grady just stays home, makes a great open field tackle, doesn't miss. So, man, we're second and long again.
What we had got to do to him in the first half, we've started out this half. This was a penalty.
There we go. So we're going to try to hand it off again up the middle. Bishop Kelly, man, Smittick comes in, man, brings some wood. There's a couple of guys over there. I see Waylon Jeffers getting off the pile. I see Hudson Shepard getting off the pile.
Not so sure he gained a yard. Looks like another
Third
no
and long.
gain. Just if he did, it was barely any positive
Yeah,
yards
I'm putting
on
it
that.
down as a 0.
Third down and 15.
Man,
13.
what a great stand to start the second half. 10:38, clock's ticking here. We're saying, Bishop Kelly's first possession. Defense looking to the sideline for the assignment.
I love how this linebacking core comes up and fills the hole. And
Third
Spiddick did a
and
great job.
about 14 here. It's going to be an obvious passing down. We're going to cross stun up front. Whalen's coming up field. We're going to throw it over the head. Bishop Kelly has an incomplete pass, but we got great pressure in there. Let me see who did that.
I'm not so sure that wasn't Lance Fish in there on that far side. He had a jersey, and it just affected the throw and made the Comet quarterback throw it way over the head. Nobody was around anywhere close. Fourth down and 13 for the Comets. Obvious punting situation. Number 37 is back to punt the ball away, and it looks like Dom Forbes, who has tried to make a few receiving yards on the punt, has not had such a good luck, but we'll see if he can't turn that around right now.
There's a high, wobbly punt.
He's going to field it at the 41-yard line. He's going to cut
straight
it up the
across
middle.
the field. Let's see what his speed will be. Nice open field tackle by Bishop Kelly right at the 40-yard line. But that's the 40-yard line of Sand Springs. They're already inside there. The midfield line, and it's a great field position to start the drive.
First and 10 from the Bishop Kelly 41-yard line with 10 minutes and 4 seconds to go. It's our first time to have the ball on the offensive side here in the second half, and I look more the same. Look at this package. It's coming out just like we always do, and see what Easton Webb can carve up on the Comet defense coming out this first possession.
Punt return by Forbes right here. Sets up Sand Springs at their 41-yard line going in. We're going to hand it off right up the middle to
Ali McCoy takes it from the left side, bounces it out, picks up a good hard-fought yard.
Maybe a yard. Looks like he might get more, but the backside pursuit by Bishop Kelly was good enough to track him down from behind. And so here we go. Easton's in the shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff to Ollie. We're going to throw that slant to, is that Birmingham?
That's Jordan.
No, that's Jordan Ryder. Man, what a catch.
He's going to catch about 14 yards on that pass play. Chris, they're going right back to the middle.
I love it. You have noticed that all night long. That middle's been open, and we're going to expose it. Of course, Easton's accuracy is right on, and Ryder a nice possession reception for about 14 yards, and that's a first down. Sand Springs driving here at their own 32.
I don't know. It looks like Bishop Kelly's coming up with pressure, and they just
he got it tipped.
Going to throw it right back to the middle. Birmingham was open for another reception, just got tipped at the line of scrimmage. But
we're running a quick play action right up the middle here, and like I said, if you're going to hand it off every other play to Ali and hold them accountable right there, you're going to have to stay run sound as well.
You got to respect Ollie McCoy coming out of the backfield, and it's bringing those linebackers up, which is creating
that lane, that middle lane right there, that middle opportunity. So it'll be second down and 10. And we're going to fake the handoff. Oh, we got the pass got tipped. I see little decent pass rush there by Bishop Kelly.
Yeah, Easton had the pocket was closing down and went back, and the ball got tipped as it left his hand. We're going to bring in the speedster over there. Goodman's coming in.
Right tackle, Sean Hatcher, he was kind of holding his hands up like, come on, something happened there that maybe he was looking for a flag, or I'm not sure, but probably it looked like it might be his man coming off the edge. He just got enough hand on that ball to deflect it, and incomplete pass.
Third and 10 from the Sandite 27-yard line.
So third down, deep. I'm going to throw it up top.
Goodman got his hands on it, but was pushed out of bounds at the last minute. Going to bring up an incomplete pass. Going to bring up fourth down and 10 for the Sandites on the 27-yard line. Is this a kicking situation?
No, I think we're going to go for it right here.
It's a long.
Defense has been playing so great tonight, overall.
It's a long field goal, so you definitely want to see if you can go for it. And I'd go right back across the middle.
I would too.
Catch a crossing pattern or a little.
Let's just see, run a play action. Birmingham's looking for the call. Got 4 receivers, double wide set. Easton's going to throw it up. It's going to be a 50-50 ball right here, and that looks like a touchdown by Forbes.
He gave it to him. The referee gave it to him.
1 foot in. That is a big-time catch, Will. I mean, man,
You talking about
I can't wait to see that.
inches to spare over there on the out of bounds line, and got his foot down, being pushed out of bounds, and Dom Forbes comes down with yet another huge catch.
Another Dom Forbes touchdown. It was a 50-50 ball, just jump ball, but I'd go for it every time. I'll throw that thing every time. That's another touchdown for Sand Springs. They're going to go up 24-0 here. No, they're going for 2. Bishop Kelly reads that like a book.
Did not have a chance. He was going to try to throw the ball back. Looks like the number 32 over there, and Bishop Kelly was almost there to receive that pass. But regardless, we got a touchdown on the board. 8:52 to go in the third quarter. Sand Springs Sandites are now up 23-0 over the Bishop Kelly. Gotta love it, man. We have sung their praises all night on a big 4th down.
4th down and 10. We're going to go up top and throw up just basically a jump ball. Of course, I put my money on Forbes every time, right? 50-50 ball. He goes up, wrestles it out, but gets 1 foot in. Man, that was close, and I don't know what the angles we'll be able to see. If there's a photographer over there from the World or somebody tomorrow, we'll be able to see that. But I hope maybe even our own instant replay we can see. Man, that was a tight catch, but ends up being ruled as a Sand Springs touchdown.
Sand Springs going to kick the ball off to the Comets here in the third quarter, but we just came right back out and just continued what we did in the first half. And really, we did have some incomplete passes, some tip balls, but overall, when we had time to throw, Easton and company does just what they did right there and has a big touchdown coming on the board.
Don't forget, one of the things that set that drive up was a great punt return.
Absolutely.
By Forbes, and he got a great field position at the 40, and it was basically a little 6-play drive with 1 first down, and we win the jump ball and go up by 3 possessions. A little kick here by Sand Springs. Man, he gets away from a host of defenders there.
Almost had the ball ripped out of his hands.
He did. He looked like he bobbled it a little bit after he made it through that first wave of Sand Springs' cover team. Gets the ball back out to about the 28-yard line.
Comets going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 28 and see what our defense can do here. We have shut them down thus far, so I'd look for them to continue to put pressure on. I love it when these guys get in the backfield and just create bigger and bigger holes for them to dig out.
Well, I don't know who gets the best and the most credit. I mean, the front 4 guys or this linebacking crew, man, they're just playing tight defense. Here's a handoff to the left side. Man, great tackle by my man Smittick. Been coming up, filling the gap, assignment sound. It's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain here, 4-yard gain.
And bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Comets. They're going to have the ball marked at their own 33-yard line. Smittick came over from the other side of the field and then made that tackle.
So we got Hudson Shepard and Waylon Jeffers and Lance Fish and Grady Harris. They're going to play action, throw it out to the edge. Nice play.
Trey Pope
out there as a corner. Man, brings the heat, dude.
They are going to give him a 1-yard gain on the play, but Trey Pope came up and stopped him in his tracks to keep a big play from happening.
Man, what a tackle. Bobby seems to be really fired up over there. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Bobby's energy over there is contagious to his boys on the field, and they are playing hard for him right now, and they should be proud of the way
That's a quick play action pass there by the Bishop Kelly offense. It's 3rd and short or 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.5. See what they're going to do. Ooh, low snap, but they're going to run a little play zone here and give it. Zone read, and that's going to be a 1st down for Sand Springs.
It was right on the line. That was a little bit home field cooking maybe, but it was right on the line. They're going to give him 1st down. But what I liked on that play right there is there was 4 or 5 guys that were on that pile after that low snap to make it to where it's barely a 1 or 2 yard gain.
This will be a 1st down for Bishop Kelly. They're going to come back to that zone play up the middle. He's getting some yardage, maybe 5 yards. Got Tommy Forbes coming off the bottom of that pile. Hudson Shepard, I see.
Number 65 for Bishop Kelly had his helmet taken off, so they're going to have to substitute him for a play. Number 56 for the Comets coming in to take over that spot on the offensive line. 2nd down and 5 for the Comets. The ball's marked out at their own 43-yard line. Clock's running, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. See if we can't get our defensive mojo back right here. On
another low snap and the ball coming to the right side.
They are playing hard. Brock Odell's coming off the pile. Smittick's coming off the pile. Alex Dudley coming off the pile.
I see Waylon Jeffers got a little bit of the shoestring tackle there underneath. Excuse me, no, that's Lance Fish. My bad. 9 and 8. They kind of look together. It looked like I can't
I looked for Waylon's black T-shirts.
Yeah, you need to. That's a great hint right there. It's Spotter's secret. We're going to quarterback sneak it here. Quarterback run option.
Hudson Shepard and Tom Forbes brings him down for a short gain. It is going to be enough for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Comets. The ball's marked at their own 49-yard line.
That'll be their 2nd first down of the drive, 5th play of the drive.
5:59 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Comets are making a little progress and movement.
Yeah, this might be the better of their drives that they've had all night.
And you realize that we knew they were running the ball, and that's what they've done 90% of the time on this drive.
Referee Whitehat's telling them, run the clock. What are we stopping the clock for? And, good point. So now we're going to run a zone read off the right side.
Not very much right there. They only gain a yard, and that's going to be Grady Harris and company over there. I see Isaac Sensentoffer coming up from the pile, making a stop there for a 1-yard gain. He's marked right on the 50-yard line.
Yep. I'll give him a yard or two here. This is going to be the 6th play of the drive. 7th play, excuse me. Straight up on the 50, huh?
It is right on it.
Very rarely see that.
The referee standing right on the 50.
Here comes that Sand Spring defense. They're going to show pass. We got pressure. That's an incomplete pass, but man, oh, man.
Our main man, Hudson Shepard, comes in and says, welcome to the 3rd quarter.
Hudson.
And he took him and rushed the ball. He threw it about 10 yards over his intended receiver's head on that one.
I like it.
Hudson Shepard's got a good, quick first step, and he was in the backfield before the quarterback could do anything with it.
Great pressure there, and let's be an incomplete pass and a truthfully 3rd and 9. Pretty long option here for BK.
They got what we would think is a passing down right here at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
See if we got some pressure. We're showing
pressure. No, that's not offsides, is it?
He's going to call we cross the neutral line, neutral zone.
That was close, and I'm not sure he actually crossed it.
He slipped as he tried to back up at the last second. Our boy Smittick was there trying to just show some pressure, and I think they were bringing the heat from the right-hand side.
Both those linebackers were coming.
It's going to give them a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Comets. Ball's marked on the 55-yard line right now. Clock running 4 minutes.
Still interesting down here for Bishop Kelly. Not sure what they'll do. We've got 5, 6, 7 guys in the box. Man, what a run stop right there. Hudson Shepard finishes them off.
Grady Harris
and some dudes, man. They great combination of defense right there.
Grady Harris came in from his defensive end and met him in the backfield and finished up by those guys on the inside of that defensive line. 4th down, and they lost about 3 yards. 4th down and 7.
4th and 7. I think he's still going to line. Yes, I still think you look for a sneak, or excuse me, a fake. It's low snap. Boy, he barely gets it off. Forbes is going to watch it bounce. He might take it off the bounce here, and it gets out of bounds about the 6-yard line. Nice punt by Bishop Kelly.
Going to mark him 1st and 10 for the Sandites on their own 7-yard line. We got a few seconds here. We want to keep you up to date on some of the other sports that's going on around Sandite Nation. Volleyball, they're in a tournament this weekend. They play today in Stillwater and also going to go back tomorrow. Then they go to Broken Arrow to play Tuesday at 4:30 for the 9th grade and JV. And the varsity starts at 6:30 on Tuesday night in Broken Arrow. Go and support the Sandite volleyball team. 1st down and 10 for the Sandites on the 7-yard line. We're going to have our 2 wide receivers at the top part of the field and get Jordan down here at the bottom, number 18, Ollie McCoy in the backfield.
4:07 mark in the third quarter. We're going to hand it off. No, we're going to fake it to Ali.
Had just a man coming off the end that rushed Easton on that. Birmingham, Tristan was over on the flat, was open, but couldn't connect with him. He had a little bit of pressure coming in off the side. It made him get rid of it just a little bit early.
Yep. Got two receivers to the far left, and Ryder here on the right. Ali McCoy in the backfield. 2nd and 10. We're going to hand it off to Ollie up the middle. He's going to get about 3.
Just to keep him honest right there in the middle.
That's an honor. You got to.
Because once they turn their attention to only throwing the ball, he's going to break a big one off.
Yep.
It's a 3rd down and long for the Sandites.
I'd like to see him turn on the Jets. We've seen him before in the years past where he's got some sneaky speed. He doesn't look like it, but he does.
He sure does. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Sandites are trying to move the ball from deep in their own end zone area. It got on the mark now on the 7-8 line. Be 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9. We're passing down. Ollie McCoy picks up the pass, or excuse me, the rush. Look at this. Tristan Birmingham's got some room. He may have a chance here. There's a little stiff arm. He is going to score from about 80 yards out.
Chris, there's no penalties on the play, so that is going to be a little more than 80 because that came from
you're right, from a 7-yard line. So, I can't add, but
get excited when he catches the ball. And man,
great stiff arm at about the 20. Gave him a little extra momentum, pushed him down the field a lot more, and the other defensive back just couldn't catch him. Tristan has great speed, and he showed it right there.
That all started from giving Easton Webb a little bit of time in the backfield. He was throwing the ball from his end zone, but yet there was a guy coming from behind, but he got rid of it just in time. They're going to go for 2 right here. Going to bring Easton Webb up the middle, runs it in for a 2-point conversion. So the Sandites get that the missed 2-point conversion back. We are now up 31-0 with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. That right there, we got a big play. Birmingham got behind two defenders, and he just carried that momentum as he just turned on the Jets and got into the end zone, and Easton caps it off with a 2-point conversion right there.
And Easton gets a lot of credit all the way around on that drive. He drops a dime.
Absolutely.
I mean, about a 90-yarder?
It was.
92-yarder, 93-yarder. Somebody needs to get me a calculator.
That's right. Let's just say it's a long way, Chris. Hey, it was marked on the
I can't wait to see the final box score on this in regards to yardage and completion percentage. Easton Webb, man, I just hats off to you, man. You're playing lights out tonight, and it's been fun to see that progression.
The drive before this had about 3 incomplete passes for different reasons. A tip ball, and
a block,
and his arm got hit. But yet, you take those 3 or 4 incomplete passes, it's still going to be a high completion rate.
I'm betting
even with those that
65%, 70%. I mean, I bet it's 65 or above.
Dawson Puckett's got it teed up at his own 40-yard line. Let's see if he's going to pooch this or going to go deep with it. Right down the middle is a deep kick, going to hit the ground about the 12.
I don't know why they do that. They're going to let it roll.
Number 22 for Bishop Kelly takes it. We get down and covering and tackles him inside the 5-yard line.
What a tackle by number 83.
83 comes up.
Got to find that young man's name.
He goes down and makes a huge stop inside their 5-yard line. They're going to mark him down on the 4-yard line, so that's where Bishop Kelly is going to take over, 1st and 10 from their own 4.
Man.
You know these big boys right here are just chomping at the bit. If they can get a safety right here, there's some street cred with their guys on the sideline.
Absolutely.
And they are only 4 yards away, and the way they've been playing, there's a great chance they can tackle them for a loss to get that safety. Bishop Kelly breaks the huddle. Going to have 2 wide receivers down here at the bottom of the formation. Going to have one H-back, tight end up top. Looks like they're going to go with a little bit of a heavy package on the right-hand side of the offense. Going to bring some pressure off the corner. And Sensentoffer hits him at the goal line. The ball comes out, and Bishop Kelly recovers it for just a couple-yard gain. But he came off the end, Chris, and he made him pay right at the goal line.
Absolutely.
He fumbled the ball. Bishop Kelly got back on it. The running back is down.
All right, I've been looking. Will, I had to find Jonas Kellum Webb is who made the huge stop on the kickoff.
That's
right,
incredible.
Kickoff coverage right there. And I'm sorry, young man, I just had to find the roster on my phone. But then we're holding, deep in their own territory, -2, a loss for 2 yards there. Then Bishop Kelly is going to be second and long way here on their own 2-yard line.
Looks like number 6, the running back, took a shot right there from Isaac. Corey Colbert, he is shaking up a little bit. He is standing up there, getting him some fluids and going to get him off the field there. But, man, what a great tackle. We were just talking about
I'm telling you.
that safety possibility, and Isaac comes off the end and brings pressure and is untouched and stops him for a loss and would have been on the 1-yard line. Ball came out and it moved the ball a couple yards up. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. The ball's marked just past the 2-yard line right now.
Man, this defense is playing unbelievable.
Coach Klink has to be happy.
Yep.
He won't tell you that until it's over with, but he has to be happy for that. So,
well, these guys have done such great work with these kids, and it's just been great to watch, great to see, and
going to bring up 2nd down and 12. Clock is at 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They're standing about 3 yards deep in their end zone.
This is where I just bring them.
We're showing it. I don't know if we're going to back out or not, but Isaac was ready. But looks like Tom Forbes is right in the middle. He may bring a little pressure too. Here comes Isaac off the end. Going to run it on the right-hand side, and he's going to pick up a couple yards, but, man, he had about 4 players over there. Shepard and Jeffers is coming up.
Jeffers, big guys up front, making stops, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
Going to give them about a 3-yard gain on that, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Comets. Still deep in their own in their defensive red zone, so we've got
absolutely on their 6-yard line here.
It's
coming out.
A lot of opportunity for us to make a big splash right here.
I've talked a lot about that linebacking crew, man, and Jake Bray. I mean, I'm telling you, Jake Bray is just Coach Bray's got to be happy. So here we go. We got pressure coming off the edge. Oh, my goodness, what a throw and a catch to a wide-open receiver right in the middle.
Looks like Forbes may have gotten a little
Dudley makes the stop, but not until we get a 1st down. Bishop Kelly gets a 1st down. We let him out of the hole right there. I was just bragging on this defense, and man, they got a little bit of breathing room now on their own 19.
They found a soft spot in our defense and made a completion there, and going to pick up 1st down and 10 for the Comets. They're going to run it on the left-hand side. He got a little room over here, and we finally bring it down after about a 13-yard gain. Brock Odell and Alex Dudley. There's a penalty. That's
I don't know what happened here.
Going to be a little extracurricular.
Let's see. Hudson. It's probably Hudson.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the Sundites.
Dadgummit.
That's going to give.
Now we can't. Now don't lose your temper here, and don't lose your control.
Keep our composure there. I just sit there. I was looking at the end of the play, so I didn't see what happened trailing behind, but the referee saw it, threw a flag, going to give them 15 free yards, going to cross over. Not cross over yet. They're going to be on the Comet 48-yard lines where they're going to mark the ball. Be 1st down and 10 with 1 minute, 25 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. This is what we cannot do.
We really let them out of the hole. Now they're at midfield, and now that defense got to lock it down right here.
Jaden Allen's back in on that defensive package right here. We got him over here for
not only did they find a way out with the pass reception, but the personal foul right there. They're going to come off the right edge. Got some room. Popes makes a good open field tackle, cuts the legs out from underneath him, but not after about a 10-yard gain.
We're going to mark him 9 yards.
9-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 1.
Coach Klink's over there giving some instruction. He's about halfway out to the hash mark on the field, trying to get his troops rallied up to make this stand. Trey Pope,
let's shut it down right here. I mean, I see hands on the hips on both sides of the ball. Bishop Kelly just as much as our guys. Just need to shut it down, figure out what we need to do.
Bishop Kelly's got 2 wideouts up top, running back in the backfield.
Time for Grady Harris, and they
ran it off the right-hand side. I see Lance Fish down on the bottom of the pile, and number 30, Jonathan Rowe, coming up off the pile as well. But it does give Bishop Kelly a 1st down. Got 45 seconds to go in the third
Fifth
quarter.
play of the drive and the second first down. One of those first downs, we gave it to him with the personal foul. Dadgummit.
They're going to have to hurry to
First
get
and, yep, 28 seconds left in the third quarter. They're going to bring a guy back across the formation, a wheel route opportunity, but no, they're going to run it up the middle. Looks like Waylon or Lance, those 9s and 8s.
I see Waylon on the bottom with his black T-shirt, so he's going to be on the bottom of the pile. It's going to be the last play of the third quarter. We're going to come back after this timeout. This broadcast timeout is brought to you by Amped Up Energy and Protein. For all your protein drink needs, go and see our friends down at Amped Up, the great sponsors of Sandite Athletics. We'll be back in just a few moments from the home of the Comets right here on the campus of Bishop Kelly. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Paint, new flooring that makes a statement, or a full kitchen remodel, Rome Renovations is ready to bring your vision to life. Rome Renovations is a veteran-run, faith-based business that has been serving the community with high-quality craftsmanship right at your doorstep. You can trust us to not only deliver top-tier work, but also stand by our values of honesty, integrity, and respect. We offer competitive pricing, and, best of all, every job starts with a free estimate. From small updates to complete overhauls, we've got you covered with full insurance protection for your peace of mind. Our skilled team of experts ensures your project gets done on time and within budget. Plus, we work closely with you every step of the way, so you get exactly what you envisioned. Check out Rome Renovations on Facebook to see our recent projects. Give us a call at 918-289-6019 to schedule your free estimate today. Rome Renovations, where quality craftsmanship and unbeatable service come together.
All right, Sandite fans, here we are in the start of the fourth quarter. Chris, we've got a good one going on. If you're a Sandite fan, we are up 31-0 after 3 quarters. It's been a great game on both sides. Now we've got to complete the package. We got to finish running the race, and right now we've got to stand and, as you said, we need to bend but not break right here on this second down and 7
Absolutely,
play.
and Bishop Kelly has the ball on their own 35 on their side of the field. Like this defense to shut it down. They're going to hand it off up the middle. The quarterback's going to keep it. Great job. I see you, Grady Harris, getting off the pile.
Jaden Allen was in on the pile too.
Yep, Jaden's in there, getting a little defensive work.
Got that 5-man front, 4-man front with a different look, just to try to throw the Bishop Kelly offense off. We got our 4 defensive backs out there and 3 linebackers. These guys have been playing hard all night, and Jaden Allen is holding it down right in the middle, giving Lance Fish.
It's going to be 3rd and 7. Here we go. Bishop Kelly's going to do an option here to the right. Nice, Lance Fish.
Lance Fish coming out. You don't see the option very much.
No, we did. We just saw it right there, huh?
That's Georgia Tech-like.
Georgia Tech option.
Running
so it's
ball.
4th. There'll be a 4-down territory for Bishop Kelly if they want to even have a chance in this game. So it's 4th and 6.
We did tackle him out of bounds. The referee is going to start the clock. Big chance to turn them over on downs right here. The Sandites are looking to the sideline, waiting for the play.
I would love to write that down on my sheet here.
Just stay on the side of the ball. Let's not jump off.
We almost did, didn't we?
We did.
Lance almost got going there.
Jaden Allen's right over the ball, so he don't have any excuse if he watches the ball.
Or wait, is that Waylon? That is your
Waylon.
Black shirt. I need to keep that in my mind.
Hudson Shepard's out of the game right now, so Waylon has kind of scooted over and let Jaden Allen play that nose guard position. The Bishop Kelly Comets called their first time out of the second half. It's going to be coming with 10 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Chris, I looking again at this coming week. We're going to have a great time with festivities around homecoming, but we're going to get that kicked off Tuesday night at Minuteman on our weekly coaches show with Bobby Klink.
I'm going to come hungry this week.
It's going to be good.
I'm going to eat some pizza.
If you got to see it last week, we got some hot pizza last week.
I saw.
Coach Klink
I was
and
a little envious.
we kind of got it before the show started.
I saw you.
A little bit hot, but, man, it was worth it.
Oh, my goodness.
That home run pizza is just incredible there at Minute Man, and we love those guys. They take good care of us.
They do.
Come and be a good part of it. Let's go over just a couple scores while we got a few more minutes. Let's see if we got some third quarter scores. Sure do. We got Bixby's up 41-13 over Choctaw. We got Norman over Piedmont 28-14. Collinsville still up big over Bartlesville 24-10. MacArthur's up 19-0 over Ponca City. We'll continue to look at some of those scores as the rest of the game happens. But
it's a big fourth down if we want to keep the Comets from scoring, if we want to hold it to a shutout. So
they're going empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Let's see if we
look at our linebackers. Now they're dropping back. We got a guy going up top. Dadgum jump ball. How do we let him behind us?
Man, Isaac Sensentoffer let him behind. He did. We had some pressure, but he had it just long enough to get rid of it. And
basically just throws up a jump ball.
That's all it was.
And for Comet first down. And we just let him sneak out behind us. I mean, our guys are coming up for some run support, and that they just let that receiver, and here comes the run right up the middle. Great tackle. Sensentoffer.
He makes up for it, Chris.
Coming up to make up for that little mistake he just made. So now, hey, -1, that's a tackle for a loss by Sensentoffer.
I tell you what, he has played hard all night. When he brings the pressure, he is not afraid to go after it and make those tackles, and he is bringing the wood tonight. And I know that he's going to be happy with the way he played tonight, except for letting that guy get behind him on the last play. Bishop Kelly going back to their traditional set, 2 wideouts over heavy line on this side.
There's a handoff up the middle. Nice stop. Somebody brought it. Smittick. That's my guy Smittick. I called him out. He's coming. He must have heard me.
I'm about to say he was listening to us, Chris.
3rd and 10.
He's responded very well.
3rd and 10.
The running back that came in for the injured running back for the Comets, number 13's done a really good job of running hard. Even though he's taking some hits, he is running hard and picking up some hard-fought yards.
Yep. So it's 9:25 in the fourth quarter. Bishop Kelly took over on this drive at the 3-minute mark in the third. Here's a play action fake here.
Lance Fish stood him up.
And they allow no yards. I saw Landon coming up right there from that corner spot.
He came and cleaned up Lance's mess right there. They kept him for –
I like the run support. I mean, I'm telling you, it's showing off. Now, what's Bishop Kelly showing right here? They're bringing a whole crew of guys. They're going to try to kick a field goal.
Looks like number 48's coming in as a holder maybe. I'm sorry, he's going to be the kicker. Number 3's going to be the holder. So
they're going to just try to put points on the board at the 8:40 mark here, the fourth quarter.
Well, the Sandites want to hold this out, get that shutout.
Shutouts mean so much to the defense.
Kicks down.
Oh, gosh, it almost got blocked, but I think he made it. He did.
He did. With 8:26 to go in the ball game, Bishop Kelly finally gets on the scoreboard.
It's a low kick. It barely made it over the crossbar.
Sandites are up 31-3 going into the last 8 minutes and 26 seconds of this game. And realistically, the scoreboard, man, you just as a defensive player, you want that goose egg on the scoreboard.
Yep, you do.
These guys have played hard, and we're going to continue to work hard to make that happen, to keep it at 3. We don't want to give up any more points. Hey, while we got another break in the action, let's just remember the fundraiser for the football team tomorrow. Go to the Charles Page High School, and we want to make sure that you know about that.
Smells like pancakes.
I can just taste the syrup and pancakes and butter, man. It probably ain't healthy for us, but man, it's going to be good. From 8 to 10 tomorrow at the cafeteria at Charles Page High School. Go and support your Sandite football team. $10, all you can eat, Chris. You can't beat that, man.
Will, do you like it when the syrup mixes with like the bacon or the sausage? You like that?
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it either.
Because it's all going to the same place. You know, my grandpa taught me one time a biscuit. You know, you talk about your wife's homemade biscuits and how great they are. You just kind of poke a hole in the middle and fill it up with syrup, and that is incredible. Man, it's not healthy at all, but, man, it is incredible.
Well, here we go. Bishop Kelly put some points on the board. Now they're going to kick it. It's a high pooch kick in the middle of the field. Looks like Jordan takes the kickoff, gets it back to about the 36-yard line. Not a bad return.
Great return for Jordan right there. Going to start at the Sandite 35-yard line. And they're going to officially mark that first down and 10 from the Sandite 35. Picked up about 15 or so yards.
Did. Good hard-fought yards. And
I've been really impressed with our return, kickoff return, or
all
punt
season,
return.
all season long.
Throwing some good blocks, man.
Yep.
Sometimes we're just
Yep.
1 or 2 blocks away or 1 or 2 steps away from breaking it big. But we're going to take over first and 10 at 7:57 to go in the game. Easton Webb and company comes out with our 2 wide receivers at the top of the field. And
But we try to run it a little bit here. No, we're going to play action pass and throw it out here to
Wadley.
Big Wadley gets a little reception.
I see Chavez Williams in the backfield as well, number 41. Ali McCoy taking a break right now. But Wadley comes across the package and is open and picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that reception.
Yep, another completion for Easton, increasing that percentage.
Second down and 7 is 6, actually.
So we got Tristan and Forbes down here on the bottom next to us. I see Goodman's in the game. Ryder goes out of the game. Wadley's in the slot. Offensive line's done a great job tonight.
I bet the Sandites are not going to get in a big hurry. They're going to be methodical in what they do, and he's going to back
fake
up
it
the
to
throw.
Chavez, and here we go to Goodman.
I stand corrected. They are going to show some urgency and go for a big gain down the field. E.L. Goodman comes up with
Goodman gets a big gain right there.
Good to see Caleb Goodman turning on the
That might
Jets.
be his first reception of the year. I don't know for sure.
If it's not, it's his first big one down the field
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
a big time play.
Got to utilize
They're going to
his
leave him
speed.
in. First down for the Sand Springs Sandites on their own 16-yard line.
2 receivers down at the bottom and Goodman up at the top. Chavez Williams still in the backfield with Easton Webb.
Faking it. Slant to Goodman, and Goodman scores, and no flags on the play. Sand Springs on the board again.
What a way to go back and honor that man for going up and getting that big catch.
Honor him.
That little crossing route's been open all night, and he showed his hands off and his speed and the ability to get in the end zone for another big touchdown for the Sandites.
Way to go, offensive line. Way to go, Easton Webb. Way to go, Caleb Goodman. Man.
Everything worked perfectly there. Chavez throwing blocks, and offensive line got it to where he could get out and have plenty of time to just find Goodman on that slant route, and Goodman did the rest. They line up for an extra point here. Bishop Kelly Drumline's right in front of our camera, so they are playing
Dawson
loud.
Puckett puts it between the post, and it goes 38-3 for the Sand Springs Sandites.
Just when we thought we weren't going to be in a big hurry, we come out and go bombing down the field.
We do.
Goodman
Man,
comes
that
up
was
with a
only
huge opportunity.
4-play drive. 2 huge plays.
I love to see this because you watch what Coach Klink and his offensive coaches want to see. They want to see what because we got several more games in this regular season. We get into division play next week with Bartlesville, and this gives them a chance to see Goodman on those go routes,
Well,
those crossing routes.
That's exactly right. And you're like, okay, so what do I need to do to prepare?
That's
okay?
right.
Man, I got all kinds of stuff to work on next week.
That's right. Is they'll go back and look and see who blocked well, what they need to do to adjust that a little bit. But all in all, it gives the coaching staff an opportunity to see what these guys can bring to the table. And on that was just a beautiful play of pitch and catch on those 2 passes to Goodman.
So at the 6:38 mark of the 4th quarter, Sand Springs Sandites ahead 38-3. Kickoff coming. Dawson drives it straight down the middle of the field. Bishop Kelly catches it at the 10. Man, what a great coverage by our cover team.
Number 36
Man,
held
out there
on.
head hunting, dude. Guys are out head hunting.
Picked up 5 yards. They're going to give him a 7-yard return on that. He caught it at the 10. They're going to mark it down at the 17. Number 38 for the Sandites gets down the field and just holds on to the ankle and not allow him to get any more yards.
So at the 6:22 mark here in the 4th quarter, Bishop Kelly takes over. This will be their 5th possession of the second half. They did put some points on the board last time they had the ball. Put up a field goal, 31, or at that point it was 31-3. Scores now 38-3, Sandites.
They're going to come out with their 3 wide receiver set. You have their tight end. It's like a unbalanced line.
There we go. Lance Fish in there for the tackle. Man, a host of Sand Springs.
Number 44 comes into the game.
Yep.
And on
I might have to pull up my roster.
We are.
These guys are playing, man. Bobby's subbing dudes in now.
I love it. I love to see that. Jaden Allen, number 73.
That's Zach Chambers was 44. Way to go, Zach. I see you.
You got number 37 on the defensive line, 73, and number 52.
Jonathan Rose still out there. And we got some dudes now.
I like to see that number 73 on the defensive tackle side right there. He looks like he's about to go hunting for some Comet quarterback.
Alex Lohmeyer's out here on the end. Let's go. Stop ball right here. Good job, defense.
They did it. Short gain right there. Going to give them a 3-yard gain. Only going to be 3rd down and about 4 yards for the Comets. But the young guys
doesn't even look like we missed the beat, does it?
Not at all.
I mean, these guys are playing hungry defense.
I see Brock Odell is the only one, and Trey Pope out there. The rest of those guys look like they're coming in.
Boston Cassie in the safety position.
Clock's running with 4:45 to go in the game. Sandites up 38-3. 3rd down and 4 for the Comets. Ball's marked on the 23-yard line.
Gage Gunn out here on the outside linebacker, probably safety. Here comes ball. Get there.
Great tackle. It's going to be right at the first
down. Yeah, they're
down.
probably going to give him a first.
They did indeed give him 1st and 10. The ball's going to be marked at the 27.
Couldn't have been any closer.
Referee had a big foot right there, didn't he? Just went ahead and gave him
did.
the 1st down.
No doubt.
I love it, man.
Clock stays running. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left in the game. Sand Springs up big, 38-3. Whole slew of second team, third team guys in here, but you can't tell. They haven't missed a beat, man. They are ferocious. I mean, a bunch of piranhas.
They're playing well, and then just plug one group out and one goes in, and they don't miss a beat. You gotta be excited about that.
Here comes the zone read up the middle. Couple of big defensive linemen.
Big 73's in there on the tackle.
Great job. That'll be Gavin Wizard.
I tell you what you like to see.
Or Dwayne Johnson, my bad.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
There he is.
Just going to make up some nicknames as we go.
You like to see this, Chris, because we are a lot of junior, senior led on that defensive front, and these young guys are coming in and just making plays like they know what they're doing. And so it's exciting to see that because they're going to be those leaders on that defensive front next season.
Here comes Gunn. Get up there and make that play.
He got in on it.
Yes, he did.
Coming in and try to stop the run. Number 6 is back in there as running back.
But I see you, Jaden Allen. Pope's going off. Is he going off the field? Or yeah, he is.
Bringing in number 83 down here.
Yep. So Odell's back in.
Trying to see is that number 33 is the defensive back on the far side from us?
Clock is running, 2:33, 38-3. Sandites up.
Good to see the Sandite band on the other side. Looks like they're about to energize the crowd as we get ready to the final moments.
Oh, man, little zone read up the middle.
What a stop.
But it just get this locked up, smashed up.
Number 30, number 42, and
that's Jonathan Rowe.
Number 44, number 52. They were all in on that stop.
Zach Chambers. These guys aren't missing a beat. You got to be proud of that. Alex Lohmeyer.
2nd down and 8 for the Comets. The clock is still running, under a minute and 50 seconds to go.
Taking their time, licking their wounds.
They don't want to give the Sandites that they've seen us take the ball down the field in 4 plays, so they want to not give it back to us for sure.
And I don't think Bobby's going to force anything on that either.
You got 3 wideouts on one side of the field. Going to run the ball off.
Here comes the zone read quarterback keep right up the middle again. Number 83 on the tackle.
Pick up about 4 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Comets.
Comets play next week, open up district.
So that's my guy, Jonas Kellum Webb.
That's right.
That's who made the big play here on that kickoff.
Number 31 in now, back here in the safety side.
Jalen Kennedy, Jacoby Van.
We called 37's name yet?
Yep, that's Jacoby.
Okay. The rest of them are the ones been out there for a few minutes.
Let's stop ball right here with 49 seconds left. Here comes that quarterback keeper again, and they're going to give another Bishop.
The ball's on the
ball
ground.
out. Second team defense gets a turnover. Heck yeah.
Did they give it to us?
They sure did.
How about
Fumble, recovery.
that? You look at the coaches, man, they are fired up on the sideline.
You can't ask for any. This has been a great night for the Sandite Nation.
That's
I'm telling
awesome.
you. That's a turnover by the defense. Jake Bray, got to be excited about that. Defensive coordinator.
Got 43 seconds to go, and the Sandite defense takes
This is
another
just
one
going
away.
to be a, what do you call it? Victory formation, the greatest formation in football.
That's right. You got some offensive reserves coming in there, looks like. You got a few of the regulars. But, yes, you're going to see that right now. And while we got a chance, we know that there's a lot of numbers out there, but Easton Webb's going to take the snap and just kneel it and just keep the clock running. We thank you guys
That's going to be ball game.
It is. We thank you guys for tuning in at home. We appreciate you guys being faithful watchers of our online stream.
What are we doing?
They're trying to get the clock going. There it goes. We realize that everybody can't make it to every game, but we want to offer this.
We got to run another play.
We got to.
He's not even going to place it. He's like, ball game, dude.
Yep.
I like these refs.
That's right.
Hey, way to go.
That's right. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here, Chris. But we got homecoming game next week. Big game with Bartlesville's taking it down to the last second last year, beating them with a field goal.
I think we go to overtime 2 years in a row?
2 years in a row. We sure did. One up there, one at our place. And so it'll be exciting to get into district play next week. The Sandites look really good tonight, and we are proud of the way they played. But you guys at home, we hope you enjoyed it. We want you to be out at Memorial Stadium next Friday night for kickoff, for homecoming. We're going to have homecoming court and all the festivities that will probably be before the games, if I had to guess. So get there early and enjoy all the festivities there. If you can't make it to the stadium, please tune in next Friday night. We'd love to have you right here. Chris, as we wrap this one up, we know that not a lot went wrong for the Sandites, but we know that Coach Klink and his staff are going to look at those fumbles and those missed plays, missed opportunities to try to build on that as we get into district play. But overall, we got to be happy with the way we look tonight.
Unbelievable. One of the best games I've seen in the career of. I mean, this is a great game. I mean, take nothing away from Bishop Kelly, and man, just Sand Springs played just a great game overall. I mean, tremendous on both sides of the ball. So,
and for our people that we called out tonight, I don't know if I owe you a snicker or you owe me.
I don't know, man. Smitic played great. The linebackers played phenomenal. I'll tell you, I'm going to switch gears, though. I think Easton Webb played one of his best games ever statistically.
No doubt about it.
I mean, delivered the ball on time. Man, a great scrambler, too. I bet he had, 25, 30 yards in rushing and didn't put the ball in jeopardy. Did a great job, and
it's really hard to focus on what receiver is the better of the night because you had so many of them that did so many good things. Yes, you had some big plays down the field.
So let's see.
But you also had those possession receptions by Jordan and Dom and some of those guys. Wadley came up with a huge reception down here for possession.
Forbes starts the touchdown reception. I mean, we score a field goal to start, or
right.
Kick a field goal, excuse me. Forbes does the wildcat formation for a score. Then we come back and we throw a slant to him. Okay, so that's two touchdowns. Starting in the third quarter, Forbes again, we throw the ball to him again. So that's 3 touchdowns. Then, of course, Birmingham gets in on the mix, and then we all of a sudden, guess what? Number 7, Caleb Goodman, hey, we're going to throw a long one to him, or we're going to throw a short one to him. And that pretty much wraps up. I don't know. I mean, but, Forbes, again, is shown to be one of Easton's primary targets.
Yep.
Man, he catches. You said it early. He runs great routes, catches the ball when it's supposed to be caught and where it's supposed to be caught. Even in some jump ball, this touchdown down here in this end zone, I can't wait to see it if we got any kind of replay on it. But man, that's going to be a great look. And Forbes. Easton and Forbes connection is pretty special.
No doubt about it. I'd look forward to that as we move on throughout the season. But we're going to wrap it up here at Comet Stadium on the campus of Bishop Kelly. For myself, Will Holder, and my partner Chris Kaiser, and our broadcast team, we thank you for being a part of our broadcast stream tonight. And just want to thank real quick our sponsors, and that's Rome Renovations and Amped Up Energy and Protein. We also love to think about Minuteman Pizza for our coaches show. Don't forget tomorrow morning, go get you some pancakes from the high school and support this team. But until next week, we look forward to being in your house next week as we stream the game from Memorial Stadium back at home for a week before we go back on the road. But final score tonight, 31-3. And we appreciate.
Actually, it's 38.
I'm sorry, that's right, 38-3. I looked at the wrong note, but
Yep.
Thank you guys for being tuned in tonight. We look forward to next week. Until then, go Sandites, and we appreciate you guys being with us.